find over there. Yep, I think it's working fine on my other computer. It's just that Twitch on my other computer is playing a 30-second ad. I really wish I could disable ads, because I'm not really into streaming for, as or at least right now, for money. More just trying to grow an audience, to say the least. Why is there a text of 3 right there? What? Remove that 3 at the top left of my screen. Not sure why that was there. How long has that been there? Did I cast Tyler yesterday with that 3 there? Great. And Age of Empires 2, got the layup right there. Oh yeah, I need to adjust something on my OBS over here. And call it AOE 2. That way I can at least know which recordings go where. Yep, perfect. And oh, I need to turn on this light. And there we go. I think I'm good to go. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Game, I got a handful of replays. Those are from previous patches. And let's go and do this one here. Wait, did I do this one? I may have done this one, but orange is actually more of an unusual color, so may have not. No, I don't think I've done this. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Little has a delayed start there by Orange. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Orange Portuguese, we have Kados. Spawn on the top right side as the Blue Malians, we have Noob. ... So, let's go ahead and cover each player's bonuses and see how they may affect the game. Portuguese, naval, and gunpowder civilization. All units cost minus 20% less gold, which can be very handy indeed. Borders generate additional wood to their food, which actually can make early berry gathering as a good alternative to actually collecting wood, as well as collecting food. So it's a nice little mixed resource. Give a good gathering rate, just a mixed resource, not a sole food gathering rate. Ships plus 100 plus 10% health, which is completely worthless on this map. And Fedoras can be deployed, or Federitas should be able to be built in Pure Age, which is more or less a very, very late game bonus, where nearly every resource on the map is lined up. Oh, gets a kill there on the scout. Nice early kill there. Is there? Yep, a barracks going down. So maybe a militia rush for blue. And for the Malians bonuses, infantry civilization. So yeah, we're likely. Wait, okay, that's a house right there. I have a feeling. Actually, no, going for feudal, not going for a militia rush. That makes me feel safe going to fast forward. Malians, infantry civilization, buildings cost. I did not see the Portuguese militia rush, because Portuguese can do a decent militia rush with a reduced gold cost. How did I not see the militia there? And we do got also the scout being shanked by a villager. That's my bad. But the first replay of the day tends to be a bit horrible on my part. And okay, let's go and just keep a fast, regular pace now. Just keep an eye on these militia. Let's go and start clubbing the house. Let's see now. Go back to the bonuses. Malians have buildings cost 15% wood, which can be quite handy indeed. It does add up over time, but not an immediate bonus. Barrack units cost minus +1 pierce armor per age starting feudal age, which makes their. So think of rather than a +1 starting feudal age, think of the +0, +1, +2, +3 pierce armor, which can be good to resist against the archers, which tends to be a counter to the infantry. And Gorda mines last 30% longer. On this map, that's very handy indeed. It would make it potentially more potent. No. The Portuguese will get their gold faster in a first sense, because they're able to be more efficient how much they gather, while the gold for the Malians will just last longer. Overall, the plus 30% will last longer in the long run, over the plus minus 20% gold cost for units. but it's still a bit mixed. Plus, not every plus there's a lot of upgrades also cost gold as well. And it looks like the militia will get shanked, but it will make it so the Maulian's able to not be as camping around a gold point. They're able to make a certain point last longer. It does get a nice kill there on the militia as well, so it looks like all Portuguese militia's gone down. And I was not paying attention to the blue militia that are now stabbing or clubbing a palisade wall. You guys can go ahead and take time to build a house behind it, or take time to repair up the palisade wall. You've got an archery range being deployed on out. Both players have gone for feudal age. And he's going ahead and repair up this palisade wall as well. Of course, it does cost a handful of wood and time spent, lost time gathering. The village is still not gathering at the moment. We can go ahead and perhaps retask the villager. And of course, let's buy some time. Blue's going for at least one archer at the moment. And Orange is currently going for an archer and a skirmisher, so he's cleaning out his units. He may be able to throw some archers on the far side, though these early archers... Wait, did he cancel that barracks? That barracks had plenty of health, right? What actually went down there? Whatever there was there, it should have had plenty of health remaining. But now I've got a skirmisher and an archer now firing some rounds, throwing some rounds into the militia. No man-at-arms upgrade, so it's not really eyeing to go for any additional infantry for the time being. We got some pair of archers now being employed out. We got a skirmisher here as well. They have 3 pierce armor, and these archers have 4 attacks, so the skirmisher will take 1 damage per arrow. Orange's archer is getting some decent damage there on the militia. And Orange is going for more and more archers now. And of course, the archers do have reduced gold costs as well, so this makes it a bit more efficient in defending himself as well as offense with that gold cost. The archer sees some good fire there. Could throw in the town center for some extra health regen, or a health regen, I should say. Now I got some various infantry forces or archer forces pushing forward as well. Got 4 archers here. We've got 2 skirmishers and 2 archers. In a head-up fight, Orange will win, but the force over here is much more valuable. Good dodges there by Blue as well. No ballistics just yet. And the high ground shot gets some extra bonus damage to that wounded archer as well. One of Blue's archers has gone down as well. And the high ground does make the archers take less damage as well. Though they're on high ground themselves, so it's actually equal damage for the skirmishers versus archers. And now Orange has the high ground. Now Blue has high ground because it's even higher ground. One of the Orange skirmishers have gone down. Orange's archers pushing way forward as well. Perhaps just be so annoying. Plant him right there and just start firing rounds the arrows at the villagers. And does take out that archer there as well. He could potentially take out the herdables here, or not herdable, huntables. But likely there won't be time to micro huntables at this current time.
See.
3 archers are currently right here. We do have 5 archers for the Maulian player. 4th archer deployed up by the Portuguese player. And the fight could go either way if these 4 versus 5, because currently Blue's archers are quite wounded. Let's see right now. Got more archers, more villagers. Not castling up just yet. Let's take a quick look at Blue's queue. Nah, we do have Blue Castle for Blue. Let's see. I forgot to mention the other bonuses for both players. The Beto is, I believe, a knife-throwing melee ranged infantry unit. And town center can fire while on garrison. It's nice to have. And plus, cavalry gets +5 attack, which is basically guarding words for cavalry. Good attack bonus, that's for sure. Universities work a bit faster. Portuguese have the Oregon gunner, remember that. Which is like like a Onager or a Scorpion, but not really either. I'm not a big fan of Organ Gun myself. And the unique tag of Karak, that's completely worthless on this map. And Arquebus, gunpowder is far more accurate, which is actually quite important. I believe that basically gives them ballistics for gunpowder units. Blue try to push on forward, but there's a massive wave of archers for Orange here. And Blue's archers are getting cleaned on up. He will need to fall back. We got these 6 workers here. They need to get back on the stones. He's going to well, he's collecting that stone for a reason. And it looks like Blue's archer will be hunted down by the skirmishers, while the rest of these archers are not going to waste time and start pushing their way forward. Castle's almost complete for Blue. Currently, there should be a village advantage for Orange by a small margin. Oh wait, no, that says Orange as well. Orange is about to get his own castle age now. So Orange does have a villager advantage, which is quite important. And both players should have enough stone to pull out some town centers. And I think I just saw 100 consumed there, so... And the Jaguar, or the Tiger, is trying to say hi to the skirmishers. Receiving some shots there. And does go and take out the Tiger now. Knights are now making ways forward for Blue. And to have a monster here, the monster could be quite useful in order to capture these knights. Especially seeing they, of course, are cheaper. 20% cheaper. Which can make a decent monk bonuses. They have all except for, what's this, Redemption? Or, no, not Redemption. That's the one where you can share... No, that's the monk regeneration one. I forget all the technology off my head. Archers push way forward, trying to interrupt that lumber camp. They are somewhat successful. No, let's see. Got crossbowman upgrade for Orange, very nice. Blue is going for cavalry upgrades at the moment. And we're oh, stone walls are being built as well. Of course, there are multiple villages being queued on up, and no palisade walls were actually destroyed. They will build them in piecemeal, since multiple villagers have been queued up for it. Now, crossbowmen and skirmishers are pushing way forward. Does claim the kill on one of those villagers. We see multiple town centers for both players now. And Orange is maintaining a villager advantage, and he has invested the stone and stone walls. Ooh, and a nice dude closing on these forces. Going to try to take time to kill off one villager. Need to focus on that one there. Does get that villager there, and the rest of these crossbowmen will be cleaned on up. Too many knights for him to deal with. He will need to get out spearmen and or pikemen relatively soon to uphold back these knights, or a whole bunch of monks. Let's see, right now, Blue does have crossbowman upgrade, I think. I hear it. Nope, no crossbowman. It does claim an archer there. The monk does see some hits there, down half health, does consent the garrison. Should be able to regenerate 1 HP by now, so we'll allow him to stand another shot. Yep, 1 HP. Now we've got a forward siege workshop being deployed out Blue, so proxy siege workshop. Crossbowmen have spotted it. The monks here can convert some of these knights. Have to be careful of those handful of archers, of course. Another monk trying to capture up, convert one of these knights, and he was not successful. These villagers will get inside the town center. The crossbow will get inside as well, which does improve the arrow count. So maybe maxed out at this point in time. It does get inside the town center as well. We'll call off that one villager. And good amount of arrows being fired out. 10 arrows. And that wounded knight will get out of there. It does fire arrow, multiple, and does take out that wounded knight. Very nice. Now we've got proxy monastery being put out by Blue. No relics have been claimed by other player at the moment. Now switch over to Orange to see what he has in the build queue for defense. Villagers and more monks. Orange does have a 700 stone. He could deploy out a defensive castle. Defensive castle around here wouldn't be half bad. But it does have the fallback point of with these knights, not knights, of town centers. Magnetos have range 7 range. Here comes the castle, and he's pulling a lot of villagers for it. This is a desperate castle. It's a little bit delayed as well. He has pulled out a basic stone wall or gate there. The Onager can get some damage in. He has, or Mangonel. Orange is pulling out his own Mangonel. They start hitting these knights, he's trying to build up the wall segment while at it. He does take out his opponent's Mangonel. Very, very nice there. And the castle will complete. And he will be sieging the siege workshop. Sieging the siege workshop with the castle now. And looks like he also killed a mining camp there just so they get these guys quickly queued back up onto that gold mine there. We got proxy houses as well, which can actually hold back the spawn a little bit. And now we got multiple conversions going off. I don't think he can make it 1 or 2. Good hits there. And he does get 1 knight. Not great for 3 monks. Mangonel firing some good shots there as well. The crossbowmen do get cleaned on up. Now we got a single organ gun. I'm not exactly sure how effective organ guns are versus knights. They do have 16 damage with a couple other shots that do like 1 or 2 damage each. And he's going to start sieging down this forward infrastructure. We've got these archers being cleaned up by a single crossbowman because he's outrange them quite easily. And now the Mangonel pushed too far forward and will be cleaned on up. Organ gun does fire a volley there. 2 organ guns have been put out. Organ guns do have minimum range as well. And these knights are now pushing forward trying to get some more villager kills. Let's get the kill there. Unable to get conversion off. Another Mangonel has pulled on out. And siege workshop's almost down. That organ gun is way too far forward. This one needs to start firing. Does get a great hit there with the organ gun with the splash damage. And that was another good hit there as well. He does go and repair up the organ guns now. And he's going to be sieging down this workshop quite handily. Those are the organ guns. Does decent damage versus the workshop as well. Nice now charging on forward. And we've got the Mangonels trying to siege down the workshop. Not workshop, town center. Blue does have a villager advantage, going for another defensive castle. Going heavy in defense. He sort of does need it. And Mangonel does claim a couple organ guns now. Multiple organ guns pushing way forward as well. We've got the monks being pulled out by Blue, which would be good healing for the knights. Top off their health. There's a lot of health for them to restore that help preserve his resource in value. And there goes 1 organ gun. These organ guns are being sent to the slaughter. Mangonels are firing out against each other. Organ guns being cleaned on up. Haven't really been able to kill enough of these knights. Also wounded. Pulling back those monks can't get them healed up. Multiple knights are going down now. And maybe a good idea to actually garrison the castle with some crossbowmen. Increase their arrow count if you want to be extra defensive with them. Right now, Blue is skyrocketing ahead with villagers, though Orange can level up by building a Fedora in the Imperial Rage. Not exactly equivalent, but it will generate additional resources that he may not have future access in the future, such as stone, whoops, hit my microphone, and gold. Actually wood as well. Looks like more and more proxy houses, which will slow down Orange if he tries to counterattack. Or manages to break this little hold there. Though the hold held by Blue is relatively weak. So Orange needs some pikemen to help hold the front line. I mean, organ guns are nice and all, but they need a front line. And now got relics being claimed. This one is actually by Orange. Blue has claimed a relic. Orange has claimed a relic. Where are the other relics? We got this one here that's contestable, but perhaps safe for Orange. Very safe for Blue. And very safe for Blue here. I wonder, what do they see? Okay, that's all the relics that orange could see. Blue has spotted both these relics. So there's going to be 3 relics for blue. This relic here has been spotted by neither. And now got Imperial Age for blue as well. More knights in the queue. Let's see, can he get paladins? No, he cannot get paladins. The only thing get cavaliers, but the +5 attack will make them much stronger as an alternative to paladins. Just less durable. But should actually be relatively decent for organ guns then to engage. Got a massive wave of organ guns. He still needs a shield of spears. Looks like orange is massing on up. Looks like there's no aggression for the time being. I hear more relics being claimed by blue. This relic, of course, unspotted. Just going to fast forward a little bit because both sides just macroing and ecoing. Orange has created a breach right there. He has pulled out some walls now to cover it. There's some exposed stone here, and Knights, Cavaliers have been researched as well. We got Conscription and the Cavalry attack being researched as well. Mangonel getting some good hits there on the Trebuchet, which will take it out. And there is a big volley of organ guns. Oof, they were really stacked up, so good splash time there as well. And Orange is deploying out a forward recovery line there as well. Let's see if Orange has gone for Imperial. It is on the build queue. The house is being built as well, trying to wall away his opponent while his organized fire at range. He could perhaps destroy some of these other houses there to traverse more, but Orange is actually pop cap. This is an absurd amount of organ guns. Outpost is being under siege. Ooh, Cavaliers are trying to charge him forward, but they're getting ground up to slaughter. It is one of the best choke points that you can get with the organ gun. The Cavaliers getting hit significantly, and Mangonel doing a bit better work, individually at least. And now the organ guns are starting to get overran. There's a lot of massive knights pushing way forward. And some of the Cavaliers are being claimed. And more organ guns pushing forward. He still needs a shield of spears. Because these organ guns are not cheap. And all these organ guns are getting overran. Cavaliers are very, very durable. And all those organ guns then get cleaned on up. Just because it's unique, it doesn't mean you just spam it out. Now the organ guns are getting overran. It's not looking good for the Portuguese player. Multiple Cavaliers are charging forward. They have their attack upgrade. They're doing 19 damage in each swing. He's trying to fight out the town center and the castle right there. But now he's going to just push on forward as well. The town center has been claimed by the Trebuchet. So we got this captured Cavalier there, and then Monk is trying to heal him up, and that's the end of the game. That is probably a prime example of why you should not just spam out organ guns. Just because you're a unique unit doesn't mean you should spam it out. This is Anagram saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see now. Delete that one. And yep, these are from the previous patch. I just want to keep them around. Maybe I just want to use them later on. Mongols versus Burmese. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the top right side as the red Mongols, we have Salsik Atoro, 1999. Spawn as an opponent as the blue Burmese, we have Rev. Let's just start to scout out some goose, and let's go and cover each of the players' bonuses. Mongols, Cavalry Archer Civilization. Cavalry Archers fire 25% faster. Light Cavalry Hussars, Step Lancers get 30% hit points. Note it says Light Cavalry and not Scout Cavalry, so only when they get that upgrade. Hunters work 40% faster, which makes hunting boar much better than it already is. Magnai, one of the best cavalry archers, one of the most favorite unique units in the entire game. Unique tech, nomads. Boss houses do not decrease population headroom. Personally, I'll probably just change it so it's like just max out population instantly if I would have changed it, because it seems awfully niche. Drill. Siege workshop units move 50% faster. Nice to have. I think they can also get siege mangonels, right? Ooh, let me look. You have to get siege mangonels with siege engineers. Very good, nice indeed. But the scouts did stab each other. And team bonus. Scouts, cavalry, light cavalry, and hussars get +2 line of sight, which is very handy indeed. Let's stab that unit right there. We do not see a militia rush. It seems like I always see a militia rush recently. So let's go ahead and switch over and look at the other players' bonuses. The Burmese. Lumber camp technologies are free. Very nice. Infantry +1 attack per A starting in the feudal age. Very nice. So +0, +1, +2, +3. Battle elephants get 1 additional armor, +1/+1 armor. Very nice. And monsters cost 50% less technology, which that's a lot of gold to invest in monk technology. So that can be very handy indeed. It looks like they get most of the technology. There's that one that's missing. Arambai, that is the dart throwing, if I remember correctly, that's the dart throwing cavalry units. They're very inaccurate. And unique text, Howdah. Battle elephants get +1/+1, so extra armor for these already tanky elephants. And many per cavalry. Cavalry gets +5 attack versus archers. So if you really want archers dead, go for some nice light cavalry. We've got a bit of a scout rush here by red, getting some hits there onto the blue scout. We've got a single spearman for the Burmese player. And more scouts pushing way forward as well. Of course, they don't get the increased hit points until they get upgraded to light cavalry, and that won't be available until the next age. We got a number of these 3 scouts still skirmishing around. Blue has his own scouts deployed on out. And 4th red scout has been deployed on out. Walls being built as well. Trying to keep this area safe. And he does spot this relic right there, which can be quite important. One of red scouts does go down, one of blue's villagers go down, but he likely may lose all of these scouts. Nope. Doesn't matter to squeeze on out of there. Severely wounded. One of them's 1 stab away from death. 2 health remaining. Now it looks like blue's going to eye for a counterattack. Tiger does not try to eat any of the horsies. He will go ahead and find those houses there. There is an opening over here, but there is a spearman to stab. And gets the low health scout as well. Very nice. Red does have now 4 scouts. His opponent has 3 scouts, and there's also 2 spearmen chasing them. So I think Red should be a holdout, no problem. In actuality, he does take time to build out a forward mill for collecting these ibex. Villagers start pushing away, run away. He's trying to stab the scouts now as well. He does lose one of the villagers as well. One of the scouts do go down as well, so we'll lose some of these villagers. The spearmen are still super far away. They're going the wrong direction. Ooh, losing so many villagers right there. That's 3 villagers down. So that means it has deficit of 2 villagers compared to his opponent. And he does need to get these other villagers to start stabbing that scout there as well. Scouts are starting to take their time to stab this wall. And the villagers are going to just take time to repair it up. The archers should try to hit that archer. Looks like they did throw a round into him. And looks like the tiger does get drawn by the spearmen. Got a good number of archers and scout cavalry here, trying to reinforce the wall of housing.
Oh, good.
And the tiger's still in pursuit of those spearmen. Good to stay onto these builders. Now the wall is down. Now it's going to be hitting the housing. We do got these 4 villagers in the patrol move. There's a good number of archers here. Very good number indeed. We do have what appears to be 9 archers. Yes, Tiger Panzer. The house does go down right there. Sorry, I've been here. I heard the word Tiger Panzer so much from Cup Heroes 2 that I just have to say Tiger Panzer now whenever I see the tigers in Age of Empires 2. Another villager has gone down. Very nice. So both sides are killing each other's villagers quite frequently. Blue is still up by 1. And now I do have a good number of scouts here, as well as some spearmen. Red's archers making advances, killing other villagers as well, so now they're even in villagers. And there's a large number of villagers here, or villagers and archers close to them, so let's claim a villagers now. So blue is up or down a villager. One of the two.
Okay.
Now the farm's under siege. Lumbermill does receive some hits there, nothing too concerning. By the time that gets low enough health, it's probably going to be saved. And there's no need to repair it. Doesn't inside the town center for some odd reason. Those guys are all full of health, maybe just trying to avoid them getting hit by the archers. And now some houses going to come on down as well. He is almost out of berries. And now blue scouts charging forward, trying to get these archers. Red scouts doing a good job body blocking, but now red scouts going to be overran. 1 scout's remaining, no scouts remaining, and now the scouts have free range against against red's archers. Does do some good focus firing there. He may be focused down that one. Does do some great focus firing there. Not hitting the low health one, but there's not enough scout archers here to actually warrant getting enough damage in. Red's pushing forward with these archers well, and does back in the corner. Does save one of his archers. Could potentially take out this wounded wall segment. I'm so surprised he's actually able to click on it. So hard to click on that. And does finish off that. Nope, he doesn't finish off that archer. Now it's dead. Got a wave of spearmen being pushed on forward as well, so Red's eyeing for more continuous aggression. Currently, blue is going for bloodlines as well as more scouts for defense. No tech up or age up. His opponent, let's see, he's just going for more archers and villagers. He's eyeing the continued aggression. We've got a watchtower here, very nice. This tower will provide him defense, given enough time. It won't stop him from able to protect him from the defective villagers. Just makes sure he just can't stay here for too long. Archers and spearmen making the way forward. And it looks like now he's going to push away forward as well. Got a good number of spearmen here, but the spearmen won't last all too long. They don't have the highest, greatest health, but they will get some great damage there. Villagers are going to pull it off as well. 1 spearman still remains. And the village spearman does go down. 2 scouts remain. No scouts remain. And blue's going to go and cast in GG. So, a little bit of a short game. But either way, this is Andgray saying thank you for watching, and on the next replay. Continuous aggression can always be handy. I think what really helped out the Mongol player in that game is probably the faster hunter rate. Everything else Didn't really come into play, though the extra scouting never hurts. His opponent? The lumber technology camps are nice to have, but I guess he didn't really get enough spearmen to really make a difference right there. So, on to the next replay. Here we go. Berbers versus the Italians. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the top or right side as the red Berbers, we have Push the Tempo. Spawn on the bottom left side as the blue Italians, we have a foreign name. Let's go ahead and take a look at their bonuses. Berbers, Cavalry and Naval Civilization. Villagers move 10% faster, which is handy indeed, especially in the early game. Stable units cost less in Castle and Pure Age, and ships move 10% faster. I don't know why I was about to say sheep. Sheep moving 10% faster wouldn't be a half bad bonus, since people like to scout with sheep. Pigs, that's just crazy. Unique unit Camel Archers, there's this unique Cavalry Archers, and Genitur, which is a mounted skirmisher. Kibosh gives Castle Wark faster, not really great tech there, honestly. And Magrabai Camels, Camel units regenerate. So, camels. Should replace cavalry with camels. And for the Italians, Archer and Naval Civilization. Advanced next age costs 50% less, nice to have. Docks and vertices cost 43% less, very nice to have. Fishing ships cost 50%, completely worthless here. And gunpowder units cost 20% less. Unique units Genoese crossbowmen, which is an anti-cavalry archer, very nice to have, especially versus all the camels. And the Cantonero, which is more of an anti-gunpowder tool, which can be nice to have. And I always miss the militia. Oh, yeah, the militia Russian has pushed forward as well. Something died there. It looks like it's blues. It looks like one of blues villagers have gone down. Wallenstein going up. He may lose his other villagers as well. These villagers coming forward, trying to shank the cavalry. Now this lady is going to be pursued. Need to push on forward. Red does have now feudal age, and we'll take time to collect some bamboo. Let's see what else is there. Passive, Paves, however you pronounce that. Wood archers and cannoneers get +1 armor. Oh, that's not bad. Also, when some more, especially the Cantonero would be a nice mixed unit. There could be an alternative to champions. And Silk Road, trading is cost 50% less. Anti-bonus Cantoneros available in the barracks and Pure Age. Cantoneros are, as mentioned before, they're more of an anti-gunpowder unit, but they also could be alternative to champions as well. They have no upgrade costs other than some other like miscellaneous upgrades like that Castle Age technology. So it's easier to transition to Cantoneros rather than transition to full champions. Or is it, did they get two-handed swords from champions? Yep, they can get full champions. And let's see, what blacksmith upgrades do they get? Looks like all. Yep, it looks like they get all. So that can be a good alternative right there. And I just realized now there's actually a bunch of man-at-arms and scouts right here as well. We focus on reading the bonuses. We got two red skirmishers here. Looks like these man-at-arms and the scout will fall on back. Red's militia and scout is trying to fall on back, but man-at-arms are significantly superior to militia. 6 attack, 45 health, versus 40 health and 4 attack. And no melee armor. Both have no melee armor. Scout, it does force back those skirmishers, very nice. These militia may be pursued to the end of their life.
Impero.
The militia are doing a good job dancing, making these man-at-arms dance around as a skirmisher slowly pokes away. That guy gets a nice little poke, a melee poke, really. Skirmishers have 2 attack damage, and the man-at-arms have 1 pierce armor, so they only do 1 damage versus man-at-arms, assuming they get a hit there. One of the militia does go down, and now we've got some blue archers here, which will quickly take out that militiaman. Some red villagers not being hit there, as there's now a good chunk of skirmishers here. The man-at-arms can be focused down given enough time. Or worn down, I should say. Now we've got fletching upgrade for the archers, will give them +1 range and +1 attack, which is very important indeed. One of these man-at-arms are down to 3 health, so 3 hits and he's down. Now let's see these skirmishers. He's forced quite a bit of response by red, but now the archers will make their way forward. Let's go and switch over to red's build queue and see what he's going for. More skirmishers. One of the man-at-arms have gone down, so has a skirmisher. Another man-at-arm and a scout, and the last man-at-arms does go down. But now there's a massive group of skirmishers here. Blue does have a decent force of archers, but they're going to be outclassed by all those skirmishers. Now red's going for his own fletching upgrade as well as wheelbarrow. Since he is at pop cap, might as well go for wheelbarrow since he actually pop capped himself. Scout will charge his way forward, could eventually pick off some of those wounded skirmishers. And right now the aggression is keeping red back as base. Scout does go down there, very nice. Now single spearman is coming forward, ready to shank or stab that scout cavalry. Doesn't find any hits there on that wounded skirmisher, could have potentially took it out. He may be not paying close enough attention to the health bars. Scouts will push away forward as well. Spearmen do kill off one of those scouts. Both the spearmen have gone down thanks to the archers. Now scouts will charge on forward, gaining some good damage there as well. It hits 2 more of those skirmishers that were both severely wounded. Archer does go down there as well. And looks like the skirmishers are being pretty accurate versus those archers. Spearman does get 1 more stab there. None of those skirmishers are quite wounded. Another spearman trying to push his way forward. And now got a big wave of walls and housing. Looks like Blue's going to be on defensive or passive right now. Both players just being a bit passive. Nope, looks like Blue's now regrouping for attack. Trying to harass opponent, keep his opponent at bay. And we do have red going for Castle Age. For blue, got Castle Age being deployed out as well. We got these scouts advancing. And the skirmishers do find a volley there onto the scouts. And the villagers do receive some arrow hits as well. Many skirmisher shots are missing. We do got, of course, a pair of spearmen to support his defense against those scouts. None of these skirmishers are quite wounded as well. So is the scouts, so is some archers. And both sides are quite battered. Rolls a miss there with the spears. Another miss there, very good. And spearman does go down as well. Taking out those spearmen is quite important for blue to allow the scouts to get some continual damage there. Blue's not going for Castle Age, and the first knight is on the build queue as well. Great stabs here. Now spearman is being focused down, does claim one of the scouts. And that's somehow missed. That will look like a hit to me. And there we go. These skirmishers are getting picked off by these scouts. Not focusing on the wounded ones just yet. One does go down there as well. And these skirmishers should be cleaned up by the scouts, no problem. The archers need to continue running. We do got crossbow upgrade for blue as well. That will give them these archers a powerful buff. Excuse me, a buff. Town center here is in good position. Help protect this gold. It's also, let's go look at the gold patches there. This gold is very contestable. The stone can be stopped as well. We do have some gold and stone down here. Got this one pushed way forward as well. We've got knight on knight with some scouts, blue scouts in the mix. With both the blue scouts are down to what? 1 health, and 3 health. Sending those blue scouts around just to spot stuff wouldn't be half bad because they're not going to do much in combat anyways. Just going to try to break through some of these palisade walls, try and get his crossbows into the mix. Red will potentially close a gap. Knight's going to ward away or try to prevent the gap from being closed. Blue's Knight's now could be picked off the reinforcements. Now he's trying to, Blue's trying to funnel Red into a bit of a choke point right there. Switch over to Red to see what he's building currently. More Knights. Not even any villagers. It's probably been an oversight not getting any villagers. There's good hits there as well. Knights are engaging each other. Red will win on. He has more Knights. Once he gets those off, now the other crossbowman is sort of stand there and fight and might go the best he can. One crossbowman does go down. Blue's Knights are being cleaned on up. Good stutter step there. And this Knight will need to fall back. And Blue's Knights are getting cut off. Immediate fallback to these archers. Fighting for the high ground wouldn't be half bad, but they still will likely get overran. We got a monk here trying to convert one of these knights. I don't think he was successful. Blue's force is now being cleaned on up by the mass knights that are being employed out by Red. And now if all Blue force does get cleaned on up, let's switch over to Blue for the time being. Let's see what forces he may defend himself with. He's going for some more monks. Another town center being built there. It will could be potentially actually be interrupted there, but no, Red's just going to run on by. Needs to get inside this town center as soon as possible. Does get inside the town center with a couple of villagers, 4 villagers. Try and go for conversion. You may get one there. Does get one there, but the knight does get, the monk does go down, and knight gets cleaned up as well. Those knights are going to try to stream on 4 as well, trying to protect his villagers. The number of villagers going down for Blue. He did have the villager advantage since Red was focusing on knight production for a time being, and no villagers. Red's Knights are being cleaned on up thanks to those town centers. This monk can go ahead and take time to clean up those, or heal up those knights. Red's pulling out more and more knights now. Here conversion as well. Does convert one of those monks, not monks, knights. And more of these knights do clean up. Does throw the monk into town center, very nice. Here, more and more monks being deployed on out. Another town center being built there. Forward town center trying to claim that gold. I suppose not that gold. Forward. It's just their spawns are relatively close by. Securing this gold and getting collected sooner rather than later is probably a good idea. Keep this one safer. Gather up the more exposed one. For Blue, this is relatively safe. This is very safe. This is safe. But Reds does have some forward gold nodes they have to do. Make sure to collect first. We do have 16 knights here versus these 8 that are severely outnumbered. We've got a lot of monk technology employed out by Blue as well. He doesn't have any unique advantages for monks, so it is actually a purposeful deployment. Yeah, I see nothing that will cause monks to be cheaper. Though having some monks here for healing up his knights, not bad either way. We've got some light cavalry now mixing on in. They do have some conversion resistance. I go forward towards the monks that were unable to. Oh, mass conversion right there. Oh, some of these monks have gone down. Light cavalry does get claimed. I think like 2 or 3 monks have gone down, which is not very good. Now these knights pushing forward, trying to get some good kills there onto these red knights. Not red knights, villagers. Getting all my words mixed up. Does claim a monk there, very nice. That monk. Monk claimed a knight. Jeez, I cannot speak today, can I? I still got a bunch of red knights now running around everywhere. They are getting a little bit wounded right there. Got some more monks trying to get some conversions. One that does get conversion off there, looks like 2. But both the monks did get cleaned on up. And Red's Knights is just going everywhere. Blue's losing multiple villagers. Or Blue is down to 40 villagers while Red is at 67. That is a lot of villagers lost for Blue. And I think he's not really gathering all too much as well. I think all of his villagers are inside town centers at this point in time. And Red's still stringing more and more knights. Blue's knights now charging for as well, getting some kills, but they're getting cleaned on up. And these monks are not paying dividends. He hasn't been able to get any defensive spearmen or pikemen whatsoever. And now Knight's going to be sieging down some of these houses. Light cavalry does manage to kill off the monk before getting converted. We also got some relics here as well. Red doesn't actually have a whole lot of resource stockpiled up. Blue does. At least when it comes to wood. And it looks like Blue casts some GG. Yep, he's just lost too many villagers. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oh, I lost a lot of frames right there. But how did that happen? Sorry about that if it sort of lagged out a little bit. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on top left side as the red Mongols. We have Marma Arak Kazam. No, Marma Kazim, I think. Spawn on the bottom right side as the blue Hindustanis. We have Amime. Let's go ahead and take a look at both players' bonuses. Mongols, Cavalry Archer Civilization. Cavalry Archers fire 25% faster. Light Cavalry, Hussars, and Steppe Lancers get 30% hit points. Do note that does not include Scouts. Hunters work 40% faster. Unique units and Maganai, one of people's most favorite unique unit. Unique text, nomads, houses do not decrease population headroom, drill. Make siege units, siege workshop units move 50% faster, so it does not affect the trebuchets. Team bonus, scout cavalry, light cavalry, and hussars gain +2 +8, making the earliest scouting phase quite handy indeed. And I just realized how close the spawn is. They're both in a relatively close spawn, so that could make a big difference. There's a lot of wildlife right there as well, so there could be contestable wildlife along those Oasis river line. For Blue, that's actually really good for Mongols. They have the plus 40% faster hunter gathering rate. There's a lot of herdables here. I suppose you can get some fish, so there's a lot of food in the center of the map. Hindustanis, camel and gunpowder civilization. Those just cost 10%, 15%, 20%, and 25% depending on the age. Camel riders attack 20% faster. Gunpowders receive extra +1/+1 armor. And Caravansary can be deployed in Pure Rage, which makes your trade carts faster, but that's only good in team games. Gulam, Infantry. Gulam. I'm trying to think what that is. Can't think of what that infantry unit is. I think it's like a spearman that's not anti-cavalry. And Imperial Camel Rider, which is the head, like an upgrade for the camels. Unique text: Grand Trunk Road, all gold income increased 10% faster, which is not half bad. And Saga Ni Hand Cannoneers, +2 range, so snipers. Camel and light cavalry units get +2 attack versus buildings. So let's go for all those bonuses. Let's go ahead and fast forward now. The biggest thing we can see is, yes, we got Reds going for some. Oh, yep, there we go. Going to go ahead and go for these wildlife there. I think just realized it right there, or I just want to get 1 extra mill there. So he will go ahead and take advantage of his faster working bonus, and this is going to be a big food boon for Red. Mongols would definitely like this map. Who's going a bit more defensive, trying to pull out some his own basic walls. Zebra being gathered up as well, very nice. And we do have the feudal age for blue, and red is the latest feudal age a bit more. We got both sides have 20 villagers, so they both teched up at the same time, but I think red spent a little bit more time going towards moving his villagers around for the food center, and this is going to have to do a scout rush, utilizing all this extra food in the middle map for scouts. As my guess. Spearman pushing way forward as well. The villagers should be able to shank him. I got a bit of a scout rush being pulled out by blue. One of the scouts have gone down. One of Red's villagers has gone down as well. So 1 villager down. Red's pulling out some more scouts. And looks like he has successfully walled in his wood line. Red scouts, there's 3 scouts here. You can have a bit of high ground advantage right there. More red scouts pushing way forward. His extra food is going to pay dividends. Village count is in favor of red at the moment as well by 1. You got a blue spearman on the high ground. Let's destroy that wall segment there in order to pull out a mine potentially, or trying to close up this wall. Spearman being focused down as well, so he's going to take a bit of extra damage there. Now red scouts, there's 4 red scouts versus 3 blue scouts. Looks like red's going to push forward as well. Also collecting some fish, why not? There's another mill going on down, ready to mill up those zebra into a nice thin red paste. Good is there on the spearman. Villagers have been pulled out for as well. He does fall back to the villagers now. Red does have a good number of scouts thanks to his extra boon of the food. Villager and scout does go down. Not the scout, spearman. And scout does go down. Red's pushing forward with more and more scouts. He needs more and more spearmen, that's for sure. Blue scouts are trying to get overran by red scouts. Red scouts are quite wounded, however. And also going to just go ahead and store up a bunch of spearmen. Does the garrison all of it now. There's a bit of an opening down south for red scouts to advance. He's trying to build walls with his blacksmith. He actually will wall himself in right there, but luckily just building the palisade wall will correct that. So he does spot now these scouts advancing forward. Red's going for more scouts there, more zebra being claimed. Sounds like he's being super efficient, but he can tolerate the inefficiency with his bonus. Now scouts going to push him way forward as well, trying to hit these spearmen. These spearmen do pose a threat to these scouts, especially the 3 of them will get one-shotted. Or one stabbed by those spearmen. The scouts gonna be hitting that barracks. And it looks like somebody. Yep, he does clearly that one wall as we saw earlier. Spearman does get killed off right there. Ooh, there's actually quite a bit of engagement right there. Didn't see that. Oh, maybe that was the earlier engagement there. Now still seeking the ground. Red scouts are still patrolling around. Remember as well. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. The Mongols' other team bonus is the better sight range of these scouts, so they're able to spot for themselves where they want to strike. They are more or less not a scout force, but a forced recon. So building spearmen, we've got a number of villagers in the build queue. And these spearmen are being cleaned up one at a time, and none of these scouts are still very wounded. They even have lower health than before. And he is doing some great micro there. I think he's actually pushing forward with his low health scout first. Draw the aggro, allowing the low health, or the high health ones drawing aggro, while the low ones are just able to flank and get some good hits there. More spearmen being killed off there. He needs to get out some more spearmen, put them in groups because he's fighting against a whole bunch of high health scouts here. And he still has plenty of zebra to claim, though they're a bit inefficient at the moment. They're scattered around and have long distance harvesting. Those are good, but those mills still doing a good job of milling those zebras into fine thin red paste. Another villager does go, not villager, scout does go down right there. Scouts are advancing. Is this a tower rush? And that is a watchtower. Not necessarily a rush. It's a bit late for a rush. The scouts are actually one just doing general assault at this point in time. But now we do have a support watchtower here, which will help deny this wood line. So now he's going to deny his opponent's resources through these watchtowers. He's getting more spearmen. He should have built another barracks a long time ago. Not sure what actually was cancelled right there. Let's see, no Castle Age. Nothing in this build queue, so maybe saving up for Castle Age now. Or go for some more villagers. Or maybe at this point just throw everything in assault. He's repairing the barracks, slowly stalling out his opponent. He needs more spearmen. He needs another barracks to produce more spearmen. But right now, Blue's biggest issue is actually wood income. Some of these villagers are... Oh, and these are also some double-layered farms as well. He needs to pull these villagers off and start throwing them on the lumber line. The ones that are not reseeding, just pull them off the line. Cancel the automatic reseeding so you can go ahead and reorganize the villagers as they start consuming all the food from that farm. A lot of long distance mining right here. Blue's having trouble even building a mining camp. You see here, Blue's low in food and gold. Well, gold's fine, but wood is low. He is up 6 villagers, it is important. And he's continuing building villagers as well as now wheelbarrow. Got some cavalry melee armor upgrades. Wheelbarrow's almost complete. Howdy, I just saw your Rumble rant. Welcome. Houses are under siege. Soon will go down. He's trying to build some more reinforcing houses. Blue has plenty of population room at the moment. And just go ahead and get the wall off right there. He will need to take time to start slashing down these other houses. And he does not have an opening there as well. Now it's going to be focused on the blacksmith. And now here we go. Got a big wave of spearmen here, but that's maybe not enough. It will be a Pyrrhic victory for red. Oh, he's backed in the corner as well. That's probably not good. Spearman getting some good hits there, but there's just too many scouts. He's at the point where there's... You need about an equal footing number of spearmen to scouts, but That was, like I said before, in Pyrrhic victory, and ugh, he actually blew. It cut it really close right there. Barracks is under siege right now, and no, he doesn't clean up the house that's behind it. And still a couple spearmen there, and more scouts charging on forward, as these hunters are just giving him so much food. And at this point in time, Goldmire's doing nothing. I think Blue's lost the game. Does get it outside the town center now. He's forced to fight with his villagers right now. Like, Scout Cavalry do have melee weapons and melee armor, so which is good for them, which will help them resist the villagers' shanking effect, reducing their damage output by 50%. Villager count is heavily in favor towards red right now, 49 to 36. He's good hits there by the town centers now, and it's going to be more and more scouts to stream on forward. Red has cleaned up the northern, well, most of the zebra up north. Now it's going to make its way down south to clean up this zebra. Milton just by pulling out some more mills, grind up to a thin red paste to let your villagers drink that up, and produce more scouts. And this guard tower is actually quite important. So this watchtower here allows him to keep forces pointed to get less wood access. More spearmen being built. He finally got second barracks. He's sort of been having, of course, with the... Okay, he has a good amount of wood now. Needs more food. Needs to go ahead and stop the automatic reseeding, so he can go ahead and collect the outside woods and repload the farms in the inside. He also has some berries over here, which could be collected as well. And now he's got some camels. Castle Age has been claimed by Blue. Blue's starting to stabilize the game. Camels are effective versus cavalry, and now we do have another town center. Second town center is going to be very important for Blue to get back in the game. Red's still on feudal age, and now going for castle. It's delayed castle. But 30 villagers remains. He needs to start focusing heavily on food to maintain his villager output. Ikvat's also guy for another town center once he gets enough wood for it, because it costs 100 stone, what, 250 wood? Get a bit more wood, and then start heavily focusing on maximize the villager output to get him back in the game. Maybe down, but he's not exactly out at this point in time. And he doesn't have murder holes, of course, and now the camels going to start cleaning up the guard tower. Watchtower. Same difference. And the zebra's still being claimed. Has Red... Yeah, Red actually does have some farms there, but doing a good job of claiming all these zebra. Oh, apparently zebras can withstand a arrow hit there. Camels are pushing the way forward. Spearmen on defense. Maybe a good idea to get these spearmen on guard's ground state while the camels start going on the aggression.
Sitting back.
Spearmen are stabbing the stable, showing who's boss. And what was that palisade wall there that they just destroyed? Okay. Now Red's going for a defensive castle. Probably meant for... probably it's a mix of defense as well as pulling out some Magandai. These villagers are somewhat exposed. They're going to abandon these two zebra here. They're going to build another mill down south to have more concealment. Not necessarily any cover, but concealment can be quite useful. And we've got these villagers advancing forward as well. I'm not sure why. He does not have enough stone for another castle. Could be a forward town center. They got a handful of food, nothing too significant. And this mill is being cleaned on up. Got another mill down south, and there's also a lot of fish here as well. So even if it does claim all the zebra, he's able to fish that fish the fish for food. Another town center being pulled out by Red. Let's see quickly villager count. Blue has recovered 50 villagers. Red has been slow in his villager production because he just got the castle, and he has even delayed his town center, extra town centers for the castle. So Blue's making a comeback. He has what, 2 town centers right now? 3 town centers, and Red still is on 1 fully built one. There you go. He has the second one up now and going, but he's not. Wheelbarrow. That's explains that. But still, Blue is about to catch on up, and he does have still a significant force on the field. This game's still potential for Blue to come back. And he knows about the zebra. It's only a logical conclusion for him to go down south and raid the zebra mills. Could see a monastery. Yeah, we do see a monastery here. Let's switch over to Blue. We do got some Magna 9 being researched for or being built by Red. We do got some monks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relics all along the river line. These 2 are very securable by Red. These 2 are contestable. And this one is safe but contestable for both players. So I have a feeling Red should have gone for a monastery a long time ago, because these are 2 easy to grab ones. 1 monk can grab them no problem and get some extra gold. Blue's claimed a relic as well. Got looks like another relic going to be cast by another monk. So this monk does stop that monk from claiming that relic. Very nice. But now here comes the Magadai. Camels pushing him forward as well. Magadai will be spotted by the camels. There's a lot of camels. Right now the camels have 2 pierce armor. Magadai have 8 ranged attack, so 6 damage each. Barring any bonus damage I'm not familiar with, because there's always bonus damage I'm not familiar with. And the villager count, look at that. Blue has surpassed Red by a significant amount because of his earlier castle age and Red's delay in second town center. So Blue is starting to pull out ahead after sustaining massive, grievous losses. Red may have actually threw away this game. Maganites are pushed away forward as well. Maganites still pose a threat to everything on the field. Down south, and the zebra have not been raided. He should have realized that he should have scouted out. He should have known that his opponent could potentially get more zebra. And Red has gone, wait, Imperial Age? Red's gone for Imperial Age. Blue does not have Imperial Age queued up. So Red's gone for a fast, relatively fast Imperial Age, which basically skip castle, go straight Imperial Age. Okay. He does get the Magnite inside the castle as well. Camels receiving some hits. And now we've got the Magnite advancing, getting some good hits there on the villagers. He needs it more of Blue's villagers at the current rate. And there's actually a bunch of exposed ones here. Of course, he does not see it. His vision range, that's Blue's vision range. Red's vision range goes out to that far. A little bit out of range there, but if you were to withdraw or try to find another entrance, perhaps right around here, you potentially could have. And it does spot all the camels. And does spot the town center there as well. Magnite will be falling on back. Got 90 villagers versus 79. Very good. Monk trying to convert a camel. Clearly didn't take Indy's advice, that's why he died. Another relic being claimed. Both sides have claimed 2 relics, so these 2 safe relics were claimed by red, and this relic was almost claimed by blue. Does get intercepted there. My favorite save in AoE2? Not really sure. I don't really play AoE2 online at all. I will probably have to say the Portuguese. Because I like the concept of Fedoria, however you pronounce it. Though, probably need to look into it a little bit more. Camels will seem a bit of fire there. I would also say maybe the Bulgarians. The Bulgarians seem like one I'd like. Konak's a very versatile unit, and the Krapos as well. Good, it's there on those camels. Got now the elite Magadai. Blue has not gotten in Pure Age just yet. Pure Age is on the build queue. No build from the build queue. It has got 106 at the moment. And now Red's going to claim that relic, but will be spotted there, but we'll see the lot of Magnite shots from it. Camel's starting to close the distance there on the Magnite. Magnite's being backed into the corner, and they do get back in the corner there, but not a lot of slashes onto them. Magnite are going to fall on back. Since we knew about all the zebra, these guys are not doing anything. The Quest grab some fish or more zebra there. Blue's gone from Pure Age. Let's take a look at the gold placement there. We got gold here, and gold here, and gold here. So these are all contestable. So blue has a little bit of bad spawn of gold, while red does have some safe patches over here. And this one is in this side of current infrastructure. So blue has exposed gold. So if red were to build some castles here, that would help prevent the gold from being collected. That's a lot of camels. We got the heavy camel upgrade being researched, and then eventually the imperial camel upgrade. These Maganites are getting overran by the camels as well. They need to get on out of there. Perhaps they can't get inside town center. And actually, putting out these houses to act like funnel traps for the Magnite wouldn't be half bad. Maybe a Magnite or two, or some scorpions hit those camels? That wouldn't hurt. Oh, it would hurt a lot. That's sort of the purpose. Heavy camels being researched, and now here comes the Imperial camels. Let's see. Camel riders attack 20% faster, that's always handy. And camels and light cavalry does +2 attack versus buildings, which makes it a little bit more effective against raiding these structures and clean up all these houses that are now on the front line. We do got some barracks, probably for some spears. Help hit those camels. Good at there as well. Magnite gonna be falling back. They do have 7 range, 12 attack. Magnite do have 8 or 4 pierce armor. Magnite kept going up. A nice box of camels dancing. A lot of barracks going up for red. Let's switch over to red. Let's see how many spears. Yep, got a good number of pikemen. Can he get halberdier? No, we cannot get halberdier. Does have squires and arson, and of course tracking's automatic now. I wonder if they ever make an HD picture of the tracking. Imperial camel riders have been deployed. They do have 160 health, which is actually very, very durable. They have literally twice the health of his elite Magnite. They do also have 4 pierce armor. These pikemen are going to be very important in dealing with these heavy Imperial camels. Here comes a big engagement here. Pikemen leading the charge. That's going to charge him forward as well. Mega Knight getting some good range attack or attacks from long range. Does put them in the funnel there as well. Castle's firing. Could throw some Mega Knight into the castle, put some good damage in there. And any engagement with involving the pikemen against the camels is not going to be good against the camels. Not going to be cost effective anyways. Though these pikemen has run too far forward and now they're going to be killed off without the support of Magnadais. There's a good number of Magnadai. It's going to have to be very, very cost effective. Does bring them to a choke point there as well. You may want to push forward Castle to help engage these Magnadai. Not Magnadai, Camel Riders. Either way, it will help out Magnadai versus the Camel Riders versus Magnadai. The Magnadai is going to stand there and fight, but they will stay in a bit of fire there. We've got more pikemen charging on forward. Try and get them into a funnel, reducing the surface area of the Camel Riders, reducing that damage output. Now we do have Trebuchet here. Trebuchet is vulnerable to Magnadai because Magnadai do extra damage versus siege weapons. And we've got now villagers going to try to stab the Trebuchet as well. Imperial Camels push back the Magnadai into the infrastructure of Red. But they're going to be into a very choky area as well. Those villagers they clean up, they're trying to stab that Trebuchet. These Camel Riders are being cleaned up one at a time by the Magnadai. Channels have growing at a pretty good pace ever since I started trying live streaming, but I think I should perhaps try to advertise a little bit more Age of Empires 2. I want to get into a little bit more, honestly. Got a lot of repairs on the castle, not fully repaired, trying to get funneled by the heavy camels. And the heavy camels or Imperial camels are getting cleaned on up. Villagers, pikemen do clean up the trebuchets. Now we've got Palu's villagers trying to stab pikemen, and not really good engagement for Palu, but he has to take it. Doesn't really have any other units other than Imperial camels. Well, some light cavalry, that's not going to be any better, honestly. Magnadai Storm closing the distance as well. They can quickly kill off the trebuchet. They does find some hits there onto the castle, but it's going to clean up all the supporting force for Blue. Blue needs to transition to somebody else than Imperial Camel. He's just getting funneled in, and these pikemen are just exactly what he needs to defend against those Imperial Camels. Blue's just being inflexible at the moment. He does have he does have benefits for using gunpowder. Hand cannoneers would have been great to deal with those pikemen. And maybe some Imperial Camel, or the Ghulams, whatever they're called. These hand cannoneers, he's giving some Ghulams now. But in my opinion, he does need hand cannoneers. He also has a unique tech for increased hand cannoneer range as well, which would be great to deal with those Magnadai. I think that will allow him to outrange the Magnadai. Can't say off the top of my head, but he should have transitioned to hand cannoneers with the Hero Camel Riders. As well as maybe throw some bit of trash there, some skirmishers would never hurt. Right now, Blue's just being too inflexible. Try to go for a castle here, which is a good idea, but the Magnadai getting some great hits as the villagers, only one remaining. We've got now the Ghulams advancing, but they're not anti-cavalry spearmen. I forget what they're actually effective against, but they're not anti-cavalry. They are relatively fast. A lot of Imperial Camels right here getting some good hits there on the Magnadai. Magnadai is forced on back. Now the castle is going to be resumed. Villagers. Red only has 79 villagers. Red could go for some more villagers. Looks like all the Zebras been claimed. Could go for some fish down here, but it's probably not really worth it at this point in time. More Magnadai pushing way forward. And Magnadai are getting hit. The castle has not been completed. 91% complete. More villagers being brought on the course as well, because it has extra villagers. Pikeman making an advance as well. Red could go for a trebuchet, start hitting, or for that getting that castle. Castle's 100% complete now.
Oh.
And it looks like murder holes has been researched, so these pikemen need to stop streaming on in. Yeah, they should stop streaming, so they less competition for me. More and more Imperial Camel Riders charging after these villagers. These villagers going to this gold mine over here. There's an outpost next to it. I can just imagine somebody poking out the window with a telescope, seeing these villagers right next to him. Pretty sure that's some sort of old cartoon skit. Number of red villagers have been cleaned up. He's down to 69, while blue does have a very healthy 140. Pikemen are trying to stab these structures. Hussars being research exposed, going for a bit of cheap trash units. Red's pushing forward with a trebuchet there with a good escort. Let's see. Red is running a bit low of lumber in this area. He does have some good lumber here, but doesn't really get on out there. Looks like he does have some villages inside this garrison, inside the town center. Red's trebuchet is giving some good damage in. Blue actually did manage to claim that relic that was in the middle of the map, or that was near his entrance that he was sniped a little bit. Red has 2,000 gold stored up. Okay, he does have a good float of gold. He's doing a good job of claiming that, that's for sure. Another trebuchet is being pushed on forward as well. Also, advancing. They will not be able to advance on this trebuchet. They're completely walled off. Is that the right term for that case? Not even using box formation. Wait. Oh, that had been manually deleted there. I got a bit confused at the moment. Wait, he deleted that many villagers and had still have 137? He overbuilt in villagers, that's for sure. You also got a second layer of walls here. Blue is almost out of stone. Let's see, what's any stone left on the map? I don't see any more stone on the map. Now Imperial Camels pushing way forward. Does get inside the garrison. Imperial Camels who have 4 pierce armor. Winged Hussars have 6. Double kill. Now looks like it's charging forward as well. We've got a good wave of pikemen here. It's going to be one big engagement. Good amount of Magnite here. Constantly firing the engagement. Pikemen are providing very good meat shield there and will hold off the Imperial Camels. Blue does have a good amount of gold stored up. Red has even more gold stored up. But right now, Red needs more food, and his wood is not so great either. Though he's been very cost-effective in his engagements, we need to take a look at the graphs to see how just analyze the military, because I think Red's doing great with military production throughout the entire game. It's lacking village production, so we need to take a look at that, more of a thorough look, because this game's been quite good. More of these Winged Hussars pushing way forward. We got pikemen advancing, getting some great hits there on the Imperial Camels. And Blue's just being so inflexible. Winged Hussars being cleaned on up. Pikemen still charging on forward. And now we've got these trebuchets advancing, and this will help break Blue's base. Blue doesn't have a whole lot of, not a lot of infrastructure. Let's switch over to, yeah, we have Blue selected. He has quite a bit of population spacing to go out. Going for unupgraded skirmishers. The elite skirmisher upgrade's on the way. It is now available. Now Imperial Camel's trying to go for these trebuchets, but the Magnite here to score. Actually, there's one for a drive-by and died. A drive-die. Winged Hussars trying to get some hits there. And not Winged Hussars, they have wings. They're Hussars, I saw called that. Imperial Camel will start going on down. It looks like Blue's base is going to get cracked. Barracks is going on down. Hussars trying to stream on in. Got a good number of skirmishers would be a good front line. They're also effective as pikemen as well. I think they get a little bit of bonus damage. Not a good large amount, like a +2 or +3. But Red is going to crack his opponent's front base. Blue skirmishers getting some good damage down the Magadai, but the pikemen are closing distance, getting some great hits there onto those skirmishers. Skirmishers are being cleaned on up. We've got trebuchets advancing, getting some, destroying more and more Blue infrastructure. Blue still has a lot of infrastructure back here, but his production's going down. He is down half population. Has 100 villagers remaining. He has plenty of villagers stored up, but no Lucas resources. Both players have spent quite their gold reserves. Red is down to 1,000, but Blue is out of other resources. There's a 3 relics here for continuous gold income, that's for sure. I suppose bonus 2. Small advantage, nothing too significant at this moment in time. Now trebuchets are going to be sieging down these town centers. Maybe actually good to go for the monastery actually, because that gold income is important. He's trying to mount a haphazard defense. He may need to get these guys garrison all inside and do a mass release in order to swell up a big force and counterattack, but and there we go, Blue's back out of the game. Let's take a look at that score screen, because I'm very curious about this. Okay, units killed, we saw very, very in favor of Red. Buildings raised, buildings lost, largest army, 74. Spent perhaps a little bit too much on villagers at one point in time. But look at those resources collected. Red was doing quite good, but then Blue was tanking village production. Then he skyrocketed ahead. I thought Blue was going to make a full comeback, but then Red turned it around again with just good engagements. I think, like I said beforehand, I think Blue was just too inflexible strategy. Went just straight for Imperial Camel Riders and need to get out some hand cannoneers to deal with those pikemen. And hand cannoneers want to make short work with those pikemen, and I think the extra range will even pose a threat to the Magadai with just sheer damage. Faster Imperial allowed him to get the elite Magadai earlier. And yeah, high of 155. Red did actually get up to 128. Very good. But overall, this Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yep. In actuality, I do need to take a quick restroom break. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I am back. Let's see, load games. Yep, this one. Very, very good replay. Maybe I'll save that one in case if somebody wants it later. I'll save it for the time being. Hey, wait a second. I recognize that name. When I...
Yes.
Where's my UI? Okay, there's the UI. Okay, that was weird. I recognize that name. That is actually, I think, one of the larger Age of Empires 2 casters. So, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, wait. I almost click on a quick game, because most times it's the resume game button. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the top left side as the Red Ethiopians who have T90 official. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Blue Burmese. We have Push the Tempo. Let's go ahead and cover each player's bonuses over for the Ethiopians, Archer Civilization. Okay, got a lot of more chat than usual. Ethiopians, faster archers fire faster, as is the elephant also charging as well. Receive a little bit extra food and gold when advancing next stage. It's small but can be helpful, and pikeman upgrades free, not halberdier. Unique text, Royal Heirs gets Shoto Warriors trained nearly instantaneously, which I forgot to mention the Shoto Warriors as the unique unit. And Torsion Engines increase blast radius of siege workshop units. Very useful for Mangonels. I do see that's a scout there. Elephant right there. So let's see the Burmese civilization. Monk and Elephant. Lumbercans technologies are free, +1 attack per age for infantry starting feudal, so if he gets a +0, +1, +2, then +3. Battle Elephants get a little bit extra armor, both armor and pierce armor. Monetary technology costs 50% less. Unique unit is the Arambai, and the unique text. Howdah gives a battle elephant additional armor, +1/+1, and Mandarin Cavalry gives cavalry +5 attack versus archers. Relics are visible on the start of the map, so he knows where all the relics are immediately, which can be handy indeed if you go for relics. You got Spearman and Archer now advancing. Scout may scout this out. We do got feudal age for both players. Very nice. And something is actually queued up or stored in that archery range. It is an archer. Over here, since Blue's going to be on defense for the time being, let's go ahead and take a look what he's going to use for defense. Skirmishers. This archer can, of course, fire arrows over the housing, trying to disrupt these villagers. He will go ahead and slowly do that. Skirmishers advancing. And these forces are withdrawing now. We got a pair of houses here and the blacksmith. Scouts push their way forward, may receive some skirmisher shots there, and is going to receive some skirmisher shots. Of course, with his 2 pierce armor versus a now 3 attack of the skirmisher, still only deals 1 damage. Large line of walls there, not big surprise. It looks like Blue will hold back the aggression. Not like there was much aggression from these 2 units either way. So let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit since it's a little bit passive. And it looks like these forces will try to hit the scout a little bit. Looks like there was a bit of a game pause right there. And we got now the villagers seeing some spear hits now. Villagers do have 2 pierced armor, so those spears are doing 1 damage each. Basically playing a game of catch, honestly. Now I get a big wave of skirmishers advancing forward, so that's 6 skirmishers. I throw some spears in the palisade wall, adding more vertical sticks to the pile of vertical sticks. But in this case, it's doing damage. And right now, the spearman is taking his vertical stick and making it horizontal to stab a pile of vertical sticks. Okay, that's enough of that stupid joke. We do got this. Palisade wall's almost gone down. Red doesn't have a whole lot of defense right here. We do, of course, have this archer range. Switch over to Red to see what he's building for defense. Looks like some scout cavalry. We got, wait, that's 8 archers. And that's a very nice little alcove right there. But that is skirmishers, which is not exactly what you want archers to do with. But these skirmishers are not exactly the highest threat unit to these villagers. You can perhaps go cycle in the villagers, go and trade sides which farms they work on, with the higher health ones on the other side. Now got this skirmisher or spearman scouts pushing way forward on the flanks as well. Maybe it's now a good time to here comes the ambush. Throw some rounds there on the spearman. Very nice. 1 spearman does go down. Scout does go down. Still not exactly great position for red. He's lost a number of archers right there. Skirmishers going to be falling back with the scout cavalry. There's 3 scout cavalries in pursuit. He can perhaps push over the archers now to force some counter harassment. And we've got another archer range being floated out. And the skirmishers going to be pursued all the way back home. These scouts do fall back now. Lump camp is currently being built, and the palisade wall is going to be under siege. Looks like it's going to go ahead and build a reinforcing house to hold back its opponent. And it's going to find another palisade wall to break through. The house is not fully built. And it does go ahead and partially build that house there, though it won't withstand much of a assault there from these forces. Spearmen do find a kill there on the scout, as we got all these forces are now advancing. There goes another archer. And skirmishers now getting hit there as well. These archers are backing away, getting some damage there. They're getting backed into a corner, and that is going to trap them there. Nope, that looks like there's a bit of room right there. And scout does go down there as well. Skirmisher goes down, but these archers are going to be good as dead. The only thing you can do is try to focus on that low health skirmisher. It does take him out there as now. He may just stand and fight at this point in time. There's no way he can survive for any of these guys. Looks like blue is going to be eyeing some counter-attacking. Red is going for Castle Age. Blue is castling up as well. And looks like blue will get Castle Age first. 3, 2, 1, red. I misjudged it. Way off.
Ow.
Crossbow research for red. Blue is currently going for crossbow research. Complete. So there may be a small time attack, but it will be a very, very short window that is dwindled. Autocannon arrow has been researched as well. We do got these force here. Crossbowman just got finished. Blue does have a decent amount of crossbowmen here. Looks like he has 11. And up here we do have 10 crossbowmen. Getting another line of walls here in the form of housing. Nothing's more threatening to people than a stable home life. We got a University of Research and now ballistics on the way as well. Not only gives them, of course, more accuracy on moving targets, it also gives them... no, that's chemistry. Just more accuracy. Sometimes I get chemistry and ballistics mixed up. 13 red crossbowmen are right there. Let's see now.
Okay.
7 range, 7 attack, 7 range, 7 attack, but no armor there. Well, there's one set of armor here. Lots of research there. Ballistics research included. And blue may be eyeing some aggression over here. May find a village or two by throwing some arrows over the housing. And he thinks he went in the corner. That is now he sees that force there. You realize that he made a big error in judgment. Does fall getting this guys inside the town center there, and does withdraw them out of the town center, so get them back up and going. Not big losses there. And a lot of Imperial skirmishers, not Imperial, elite skirmishers being deployed on out. Just got the heavy plow research there, more crossbowmen for red, more villagers. Looks like we've got 2 villager queues, so likely 2 town centers have been built. And just the 1 town center for blue. Does he? Yep, got a town center being built there, but he hasn't actually got a second town center just yet, which means Red does have a small villager advantage, 52 to 46. Ooh, and Red's crossbowmen are surrounded by Blue's. Red's going to lose most of his army there. Does try to fight out the best he can. And now he's less than one shot volley away. And there goes with Red crossbowmen. It's great engagement there by Blue. Red is now have no army deployed on the field. Stone. Nope, both players do not have enough stone for a castle. Palisade Gate is now under siege, and now it's fully destroyed. These houses, of course, can send quite a bit of fire right there. Let's see, let's switch up the red. Let's see what he's building in defense. A Mangonel. That will come in handy indeed. Mangonels do have 7 range, and crossbowmen do have 7 range as well. So it's not exactly a perfect counter, but probably the best counter he has at the moment. Or a counterattack. That can also work as well. Red's Mangonel versus Blue's Mangonel. Blue's Mangonel does go down. Red is severely wounded and does get taken out there as well with some follow-up shots. But it looks like Red's crossbowmen will be cleaned on up. Over here, Blue's crossbowmen advancing into the housing. And Blue's pulling out some more crossbowmen push way forward as well. Red needs to be on the defensive right now. Try and go into aggression to force back his opponent. Mangonel's on the build queue. There's a Mangonel. Does throw some rounds down the villagers. Or some spears at least. Does do a nice little dodge there. Goodness there, I should say. Not good hit. There's a boy on another Mangonel. We do have some crossbowmen here on the high ground. Let's see, 7 in total versus 6 and 3 skirmishers. So overall, Blue does have a larger army out in the field. More Mangonels being deployed out by Red. Red's force is going to be pincered again. Though Blue may not realize that it's going to get pincered. We do have some knights being deployed out by Blue as well. So it looks like Blue's transition to knights. Red has a significant villager lead, 88 to 64. So the longer the game goes on, the better Red will do. But he needs to take a decent engagement. So far, he has not. Like these knights going to push on the way forward as well. We'll finish off one of Red's Mangonels. Blue's Mangonel got cleaned up. Skirmisher or crossbow engaging does do a nice little dodge there. Good micro there. Now the knights going to go straight for the Mangonels. They have them queued move up to engage these Mangonels. Those get cleaned up there as well. So all of Red's Mangonels do go down. Skirmishers getting some good hits there. So does fall back to a bit of a choke point. This area is still in the siege, slowly being cleaned on up. Now got some more crossbowmen and skirmishers just streaming in everywhere. So Blue has armies everywhere, forcing Red to stretch his army thin. Some of Red's villagers being cleaned up as well. The other force is being cleaned up by Blue. He's dividing his force, getting cleaned on up. But now the knights are charging forward, trying to get some hits there on the crossbowmen and on the villagers. Knights do fall back. One of them does get picked off there. But got a good number of knights here, as well as some skirmishers and crossbowmen. Though deploying out one monk over here to get some healing wouldn't be half bad. And looks like Red's villagers perhaps needs to be tasked a little bit better, because right now it looks like a lot of dancing around villagers. Red's crossbowmen may need to start advancing, start hitting these knights as they're trying to take out the siege workshop. On pure age for Red. Blue is not going for pure age, but getting some more armor for his knights. Another Mangonel for red as well. Very good. We've got a bit of high ground here, so perhaps able to get some good extra damage. Mangonel will come out before the Siege Workshop will go down. And they just got fired up a volley there, so maybe we'll find a counter attack there. Both of them fire against each other, and they take each other out, so both Mangonels are down. And Siege Workshop will stay up and going. More crossbowmen for red. He is Ethiopian, so he does have faster firing crossbowmen, which is actually important to remember. Knights are going to be trying to charge on forward as well. Good starter step there, taking out these knights if they start streaming on in, getting minimal damage. Knights getting forced on back. That choke point being a bit of a problem. Now they got a 4 castle being pulled out by blue. Red will have pure age shortly, but it doesn't have enough stone to pull out a castle to get out trebuchets. I think he just bought some stone right there. God, I thought he had 0 and then got up to 100. So he may have spotted some stone there, just spent it there for another town center somewhere. It looks like right here. He needs stone. Impure Age has been claimed or researched. No Impure Age for blue. Going for Bracer. Maybe go for Crossbowman. He can get Crossbowman, right? Yes, he can. Or Arbalist, I should say. Mangonel firing some rounds over the palisade wall. Trying to break through that palisade wall now. The Siege Workshop does go down, so can't deploy out any forward battering ramps into that castle. We do got the Scorpion going on, or Mangonel going down right there. Another castle being put up by blue. He's going for a direction with proxy castles. We got chemistry being researched, as well as Arbalist has just been researched as well, so got a big power spike for his archers. Some of them are inside these town centers, so it does get them firing as well. More Arbalist being researched as well. And that one will go down. As a lot of villagers stored up in this town centers. Red does have a superior amount of villagers as well, but looks like not all of them are working. Oh crap, how did I miss this? Arbalist going for the counterattack. And Lion is also engaged in the Arbalist as well, giving blue some breathing room there. Lion does go down to the Arbalist, not a big surprise. Knights are advancing with skirmish for support. So just crossbowmen. He may not be able to get to Arbalist. Can't really say off the top of my head. Arbalist might be making the way forward as well. Trying to get some hits on the lumberyard. We'll be starting to advance. And now the Arbalists are getting some good hits there on the villagers. The multiple villagers have gone down for blue. Very nice. And now he's going to need some stone out as well. His castle still being a bit of a problem. He needs to get enough stone for a castle of his own to get out some trebuchets. Red's Arbalist is still being a very big problem for blue. He's going for a defensive castle right here. He has denied all these farms. Still just Mangonels, no Onager upgrade just yet. Does claim one of those Arbalists there now. Obviously we have 10 range, we can outrange Mangonels, though Mangonels can withstand a bit of shots. There is 6 pierce armor. Red now has his own knight on the field, but it looks like the skirmishers will pick it off. If you look at the mini-map, looks like blue is consuming these trees like a blob. And it looks like the Arbalists have cleaned out the villagers of his opponent's main base. So he has safely evacuate them, but he is going to have no food income as of right now. It does have actually some. The Arbalists are going to be pursuing these villagers. Blue is going to offense, but may need to go on defense. These Countesses are still garrison some archers, slowly whittling away these, what's it called, these knights. Got another town center here as well. Does garrison villagers inside. It's been a bit contentious for both players. Board Mills, a proxy mill? If that makes any sort of sense. He's desperate for some food income at the moment. Knights getting cleaned up by the mass Arbalists, and they get ripped apart. And it looks like we may have a trebuchet on the field. No, a bombard can. That's another good option. Takes out the Mangonel as well. Does put them patrol move next to the bombard can. Pure Age has now been claimed by blue, so red had a huge Imperial Age advantage. Now we got some golems, I think this guy's called. No, Rambis. I think those are dart throwing ranged cavalry. They do a lot of damage, but they have horrendous accuracy. Countess is now under siege by the Arbalists. Looks like I got 2 bombard cans on the field. They have 12 range. Castles only have 10 range. Can't get trebuchets, go for bombard cans, which is a good idea. I forgot about them. I assume we can get bombard cans. Not every civilization can deploy out bombards. Concentrator will go down, given enough time. And now we've got these Arbalists pushing way forward as well. A Rambai pushing forward. They don't have a whole lot of health nor armor, so they're getting ripped apart by the Arbalists. 8 range. A Rambai have 5 range. It's not going to go good for the Rambai. Sure, they do some good damage, but it's not going to go too great. And even the yes, Torches Engines makes the bombard cans get extra splash damage, and they have the Siege Workshop units, so they get extra splash. And that is the end of the game. Looks like blue has back to the game. Great comeback by red. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Two good replays in a row. I'm going to keep them both, just in case somebody wants to download them themselves, because there's no replay site for Age of Empires. So, I sort of have to... This is how I get these games. Oh. Nomad. What I do is I go to spectate lobby, find a high rank game, play it, and let it run in the background, and that's now I'm going to cast them without actually looking at the game once. So let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, Angrade here, spawning in this general location of this Nomad map. We have the red Teutons spawning as the blue Mongols in this general location. Wait. That seems... Okay, we've got the towns that are going right there as well. I thought their spawns were relatively close to each other, but it's spawning in this location, or town center will be in this location, as the blue Mongols. We have Aoki Raspaya. Red has gone for more of a central location to able to help assert more control of the map. Blue's going for a very far location, gives them more of a defensive location. There's, of course, fishies all across the map, so both sides can blow out fishing ships. Along some fish and chips. Wait. This, load? Villager actually deployed on a dock where she has spawned out, and that is an incredibly dangerous spot, and this water buffalo could potentially be claimed by red. She's going to go ahead and start fish the boxing turtles, which can be dropped off this dock. Wait, enemy treaty? Oh, yeah, it's Nomad. There's a treaty link, a short treaty link here. So this fisherman will get some food. Treaty has ended. Wait, it said 2 minutes left. I must be mistaken how treaties work. But either way, let's go fast forward right there. This water buffalo will be cleaned by red. Very nice. But let's go and cover each player's bonuses. For the blue Mongols, we do have, it is a cavalry archer civilization. Of course, it's the premier, like, probably most favored played civilization in the game, perhaps. Cavalry archer civilization. Cavalry archers fire 25% faster. Light cavalry hussars, step lancers get plus 30% health. Hunters work 20% faster. Useful for these ibex right there, which is not being claimed. Unique units of Magonite, probably the most favorite unique unit in the game. Unique tech Nomads. Lost houses do not decreased pop each hitter. Not exactly great technology. Drill. Siege Workshop moves 50% faster. That's actually pretty nice. Scout Cavalry and Light Cavalry have +2 sight range, but I don't think they get Scout Cavalry and Nomad. But I think once they get their, nope, they don't get Scout Cavalry. And for the red player, the Teutons, known for heavy armor. Monks heal have a twice the healing range, which actually can be quite nice. Town garrisons get can garrison the twice amount of units. Murder holes and herbal medicines free. It's okay. Farms cost 40% less, which is quite nice. Town citizens can get +1 garrison, very nice. And barracks and stable units get +1 armor in Castle Age and Pure Age. Very nice. So heavy armor. And now we've got some early aggression. Whoops. Perhaps early aggression to be pulled out by the red player. Proxy archer ranges here. We also got, of course, the proxy dock. We could pull out some galleys and fire ships along this coastline. Though we do have proxy fishing ships. Archers aren't making their way forward now. Getting some hits there on the builder. And one more arrow, and there goes her. And that's all she wrote. We also got quite a bit of stone being gathered up by blue right now. He's going to go with some sort of fast castle. Yes, we do see a fast castle going for aggressive defensive castle, looks like. Blue has not gotten Castle Age yet, or researching it, probably pretty far from it, while this fast castle is going to be needed for a forward or defensive castle. It's going to need mass defensive castles. There's quite a bit of stone here, so perhaps putting a castle here will secure the gold, the berries, and the stone there. But of course, he doesn't have anything to deal with these archers. Does he even have a barracks? Got the blacksmith and the market, but I don't think there's even a barracks or a stable. There's a cow or a buffalo there, water bison. Fishing ships will, of course, provide food income for both players. Much needed food income. Now we've got the archers now engaging these villagers. Villagers definitely head for red because blue's going for a castle. Hasn't been building villagers recently. It's going to be a very, very messy game. He does have enough stone for a castle. Trying to go for a breast or an assertive defensive castle here. Oh, protect this region. We also got a palisade wall right here being pulled out by blue. I'm not sure why that's being built there. Palisade wall here and there, which will choke up these archers. And the castle has been built there. It does get inside the castle now, which will annihilate the extra arrows against these archers. Getting double kill after double kill. And now these houses are going to be under siege. Maybe it can take time to pull out another castle up here if he gets enough stone. He needs a lot more stone. Though the villagers are going to take time to try to deal with the castle. Slowly but surely, she will get it. And now Maganai being built out. So he's going for a straight Maganai. That's a bit unusual. But still not looking good for blue. Maganai will clean up the villager. She will fail in her task of taking out Castle all by her lonesome. And GG. Wait. Why did Red back out the game? Because he failed on that rush? Okay. The villager count's not actually too significant. I think Red may have gone for some sort of all-in. It seemed a little bit too early to call in GG, but okay. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I must be missing something right there. It looked dire for blue, not for red. Sure, the castle's a bit of a power spike. Maybe he can't realize he can't deal with the Mongols. No, Magadai would provide a bit of trouble for him, but maybe that's why he backed out of the game. He won't be able to deal with Magadai. Okay, maybe that's the best reason I can give for the moment. Oh, either way, let's go ahead and go on to the next replay. Player 1, player 2. There we go. And here we go. Let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, spawning in the bottom left side as the yellow Bulgarians. We have Aral. Okay, how do we pronounce it? Looks simple enough. Hill High Alar Iano. I have no idea. So on the north side as the blue Malay, we have Lemonani. I can't pronounce either of these names. They look simple enough, but I don't know how to pronounce them whatsoever. So let's go and cover both of their bonuses. Bulgarians, infantry and cavalry civilization. Militia upgrade line is free, which is very, very nice. They don't get champion, but they get 200 swordsmen. Town centers cost 50% less stone, which can be nice, so you don't have to collect stone after getting to Castle Age to get multiple town centers. Blacksmith and siege workshop technologies cost 50% less food, very nice indeed, and can build trade posts. An excellent defensive structure, a very flexible one. Connex is the unique cavalry unit, which also revives into a dismounted Connex, which is an infantry unit. The infantry gives stirrups, cavalry attacks 33% faster, and Baggins gives militia line gives +5 armor, which is very nice indeed with the free militia line upgrades. Blacksmiths work 80% faster. For the Malay, we have advanced up to the next age is 66% faster, which is very useful to keep your villager count high. Fishing traps cost 30% less, which is worthless on this map, and provide 3 times food, which is also worthless on this map. Battle elephants cost -30% in castle, -40% in imperial, which is very nice indeed. Now we've got militia rush versus militia rush, but we got the course. Bulgarians get the free militia upgrades, which is instantaneous, so free man-at-arms. We do have, looks like the man-at-arms upgrade right here. Yellow does have the advantage here, but he did delay for a moment. Both scouts are wounded, but it looks like Yellow Scout is higher health, and here comes the first hits there. Very, very important right there. This gets man-at-arms upgrade there, but takes out one man-at-arms, so Yellow has a clear advantage. And has the high ground. Now they're on equal ground. Doesn't get any hits there on the scout cavalry. And the scout may receive some hits there. Does a good job of ringing around the rosy. Does deploy out another militiaman or man-at-arms to engage the man-at-arms. And right now, blue is just deploying out some villagers. Looks like Blue's man-at-arms receive quite a bit of hits there as well. Yellow still has the advantage in health-wise. And quite a bit of gold being cleaned up, being built as well, or mined. So now more man-at-arms being built by Blue. He's wants to get a solid defense with 4th man-at-arms. That's very important. Maybe he should just try to do a general attack order as well. The Scout's dancing around. This one man-at-arms is still alive. Blue Scout does go down. And the damage is being split across Blue's man-at-arms. Yellow's man-at-arms are running away. Doesn't get the hit there. Does kill off one of the wounded man-at-arms there as well. But now got the 3 man-at-arms here. You could be defensive or try to go for the aggression. Yellow Scout will go back on off. Let's see what Yellow's build cube response. Getting out some archers. Bulgarians, like the Spanish, can't get crossbowmen. So these archers are going to be purely meant for this age. Best deploy a small number out in order to protect themselves. That's about it. You can always throw them inside whatever's left over. You can throw them inside the town center so it can fire its arrows without having any villagers inside later on. But these archers are very limited usage. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. So a little bit dancing around. The man-at-arms are just trying to scout around. We got nearly a full wall for Yellow. And it looks like Yellow's going to eye for a counter-attack with some archers here. As we do got the man-at-arms trying to break and open the palisade walls. They will break it open, but there's house now in the way. Just scaffolding, however. And they're going to go ahead and go make their way through another palisade wall. The archers going to be engaging each other. Looks like Blue's or Yellow's archers on the low ground. There's a lot of Blue's archers who get a lot of free damage in onto the Yellow archer. Another palisade wall has been breached, but another house will take its place. Destroy one palisade wall, a house shall spawn. And that's sort of a bad play on words with a Hydra. Cut one head, two shall take his place. Makes me want to cast some Age of Mythology now. Maybe I should look at some Age of Mythology to cast, just for a bit of fun. Looks like that scout does go down. Yellow's going for some more defensive skirmishers. No castle just yet, neither for blue. Villager count is in favor by blue by a small margin, which actually is a bit surprising since the faster tech up for blue should result in more villagers for him, but I guess he was a little bit slow for a bit of time. Good kill there by Yellow's archers. Does get another kill as well. Being very cost effective, plus have the high ground for a bit of time. Now he has the low ground. And just going to take time to just run away. Taking more safe shots rather than aggressive shots. Let's do some nice dodges there. And does get one more archer before going down. Very good. He lost 4 archers, but took out 3 when fighting against superior numbers. Very good micro by Yellow. Sure, he lost more in the end, but still. He should have been lost a lot. He should have took out a lot less with what he had. Looks like Blue's going for some palisade walls now, and Blue's eyeing for some aggression now. Let's see what Yellow's defense is going to look like. Deploying. Currently he has nothing. There we go. We've got Castle Age now. He does have his initial 200 stone. He needs 354 defensive prey post. Oh, this is low on wood as well. Nope, he has turned off auto reseeding. We got horse collar right there, so it's going to save deploying out those farms. So his horse collar is researched. And there we go. That should allow him to reseed now. Going for a stable. Maybe eyeing for some knights. Probably just eyeing for some knights. And I got Blood of the Lions now being researched as well. House trying being built to patch up that wall. So the men-at-arms will quickly destroy these palisade walls. I know there was some defensive skirmishers. Yeah, we do have 3 skirmishers, 2 archers for defense, but that's a significant force in front of them. You can throw at least the wounded archer inside the town center. He has 6 attacks, so take 2 archers to get an arrow firing from the town center. Good, it's there onto the archers. Both sides lost an archer, which was good for Yellow at the time being. Scout pushing with 4 as well, trying to help close distance. And now we do got the villagers now being pulled off the line as well. And now we do have Castle Age in 3, 2, 1. Oh. I was trying to say Yellow's Castle Age, but Blue's got them Castle Age nearly at the same time as well. Got now a pair of knights on the build queue for Yellow. They'd probably be good for defense at one time. And Blue's going to withdraw his archers. They're going for crossbowman and bodkin arrow. So because Blue's going for a lot of archers, he is a naval civilization, which is not going to be great in this. I also forgot to mention the other items and research he can get, which are Karambit Warrior, which is spawns in pairs of 2, costs half the population each, dirt cheap infantry. And of course, we've got the Thalassocracy, which upgrades docks and harbors, which gives them defensive arrows, is not useful whatsoever. And Force Levy against militia line costs only food, turning them into a trash unit, so we could see a massive wave of 2-handed swordsmen. Though the Bulgarians do have their good defensive 2-handed swordsmen, but of course it will cost gold. Conics wouldn't be half bad against them. Very durable infantry unit. And he will need an eye to get his castle up running as soon as possible, because he does have, of course, the upgrade for stirrups to give extra attack, rate of fire, swinging speed with his knights, as well as conics. Crossbowman's getting some good hits there as well. Skirmishers are getting cleaned on up as well. They're pretty much unupgraded skirmishers. Alright, click on this guy here. Yeah, completely unupgraded skirmishers except for one range attack. Nope, more and more wood. Looks like the blue's actually running a little bit low in wood. Yellow does have a good amount of knights now. Do we see stone being collected? Nope. Is not going to be rushing out stirrups just yet. Sorry about that if you hear my drink opening. Looks like Yellow's going to try to break the palisade walls, but we got a good number of defensive crossbowmen would dissuade them from being alive. Ooh, this Mangonel, that's pretty stacked up units. Does roll a miss there, needs to force fire the ground. That was a decent hit there. Now we got a forward siege workshop being deployed by the Bulgarians. All going to try to get out his own Mangonels. Mangonels, of course, effective versus crossbowmen. It'll help them hit the Mangonel as well. And now we've got another town center being put out by Blue here. We're taking a quick look at the villager count. Blue is ahead by 1. A market being put out here as well, which will help patch up that wall. Take a quick look at relics. That's a relatively safe one. Contestable by both players. Safe for yellow once again. Very safe for blue. So overall, the looks like relic placement's better for yellow, and he has better field control as well. He can potentially claim 4 relics. Looks like got some Mangonels being queued up right there. I doubt it's going to be for battering rams, though a couple battering rams along the flanks could be quite annoying to deal with. Nice try and break their way forward. There could be some potential holes over here created by him. Got some defensive monks here. Perhaps trying to convert some of these knights to his cause. Palisade walls now under siege. Let's go and hit this house as well. Going for a lot of wall and houses there. He is just going back on off now. He's not going to cancel those houses. He's going to want them built anyway, so might as well. Crossbowmen and monks are on the outside. Mangonels on the inside. And we do have a forward monastery here with a relic inside. Or is that a monk inside? Let's switch over to yellow. That is a forward monk. But here are some monks there. Making 3 Mangonels will make their advance. Big wave Mangonels. Ooh, that was a deadly shot. And now it looks like even the monks have gone down as well. Yellow's in an ever-increasing good position as well. Pulling out some palisade walls. Able to siege down some of the town center a little bit. And hitting the palisade walls, those don't last long versus Mangonels. Blue's Mangonels advancing forward. Gets a good hit there on the monk, putting down the 1 health. Yellow's nice going to try to overrun that Mangonel. Receiving some splash damage there from his own Mangonels. And not actually hitting this Mangonel. Now he's going to be focused down there as well. Nice hitting these crossbowmen. The town center is under lots of fire. Now it's on fire. And now has been de-garrisoned as well. These crossbowmen are getting overrun by the knights. He may have certain upgrades. I'm not sure at the moment. These knights, Yellow's knights are getting cleaned on up. May need to fall back with them. Yellow could take time to claim some relics. Switch this 1 health monk. He does claim his monk from his opponent as well. The extra healing range? No, this is not the person to get extra healing. In fact, to get extra healing range. That's the Teutons. Like Blue's gonna push his way forward. We'll spot this relic potentially. Houses going down as well. The town center, of course, has been cleaned on up. Villagers going to be picked off as well. Blue has less villagers than yellow, but only a small margin at this current time. That's a mining camp trying to go for stone for defensive castles likely. Yellow's getting some stone of his own, as well as claiming this 4 gold. And I think the smoke may be eyeing for this relic now. Oh, that's the 4th prey post. Could potentially deploy a monster back here for a safer spot for the relics, but Yellow's going by for the aggression. Knights are breaking through the front line. Monks trying to get some conversions on the knights. Monks trying to convert the knights. Block, can't speak. Yellow's deploying more and more knights. And that is a 4th prey post. This is going to push forward for cheap prey posts. Knights are going to make their advance slow. Got multiple monks trying to convert some knights. And this 1 health monk is going to stick around and get some good healing on these monks. Mangonel's now going to make their siege onto this next town center. Prey post and town center now engaging. Good damage coming out into that town center. Looks like Yellow's still in a great position. What is Blue even doing for defense? More monks? He has a lot of food and wood. Not sure what he's doing. Okay, he's going for a castle now. Hitting up the Mangonels, getting some good damage there. He could throw the crossbowman inside of it if once it gets built to get some extra arrows. You would need to throw the villagers aside, that's for sure, but he's going to lose a lot of villagers with these knights in the region. He will get it complete. He's getting inside of it now. And it does clean up some of these Mangonels. Blue has a lot of villagers queued up on his town centers, but not really a large amount of town centers left for production. In fact, this one is one of the 2, and it's almost down. The Prey post has finished off that town center now. Now he's currently down to 1 town center. He needs more town centers at this moment in time. He does have quite a bit of stone. Prey post and castle now engage each other. The castle does have a bit of damage onto it, but that should win out versus the Prey post. Prey post and the castle slowly engaging each other. We've already got this castle being built. Another castle. And Bulgaria's not deploying actually a full castle to support his forces. Perhaps get some upgrades. Blue's going for Imperial Age now. He needs to get out some trebuchets. Don't know if he can get bombard cannons. Yes, he can deploy out bombard cannons. He does not have chemistry, however. Yellow is going for Imperial Age as well, but also more knights. No Connachts just yet. Over here, the gold is being claimed. The villager count is heavily in favor towards yellow, almost at 120, while blue only has 90. Nice push way forward, and a wolf is trying to say hi. Saying to domesticate me or I'll bite you. The knights are inside of the castle, which does not give them extra arrows, but does give the knights some health regen. A small amount. Need herbal medicine to make that more efficient. And now both players have reached Imperial Age. Now both players can pull out trebuchets. I see one on for yellow. Blue's going for 2, which is going to be very important to deal with these prey posts and castles. Blue's going to try to for a counterattack, but looks like there's too many knights here for yellow. You may want to add a trash two-handed swordsman upgrade in turn the trash units. That can be both trash units, very effective trash units. So I suppose spearmen and pikemen will probably be a little bit better at this against knights. Trebuchets are now focused on the Cray Post as this castle's under siege as well. Knights are charging forward to try and deal with this trebuchets, who are paired up by some villagers. We'll get one more round off. Will not kill off the Cray Post right there. Castle's now under siege as well. Trying to hit the castle now. Does get another trebuchet there, which should finish off the Cray Post, no problem. And we've got another castle being blown up by Blue here as well. Blue's other castle has gone down. Try to ward off the trebuchet, was unsuccessful. So it is getting a nice little choke point there for the castle. So the damage output's not so great. We've got some scouts being, like cavalry, being mixed on in. They are affected by stirrups. And now we've got these nice trying to get conversions off on these knights. 2 trebuchets have been pulled out by yellow, hitting Blue's castle here. Got 1 trebuchet over here. This castle's about ready to go down. The villager's queued on up. He hadn't been able to spend his food all too well. And Blue has cast in GG, just getting overwhelmed by yellow's Cray Post. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I've got time for one more replay for the night. And looks like I'm actually down one last replay that's in the current patch, so perfect timing. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the top, bottom, right side as the red Hindustanis, we have L. Will he take the L or give the L? Spawning as the opponent as the blue Portuguese, we have Little Franco AOE. So let's go ahead and cover both players' bonuses. For the Portuguese, we have, it is of course a naval and gunpowder civilization. All units cost 20% less gold for to generate a little bit extra wood to their food. We'll get this fast forward as well as the llamas start moaning. Ships have 10% health, which is worthless on this map, and Federitas can become pure age. Unique units, of course, the organ gun and the caravel. Karak gives unique ticks, gives ships a +1/+1 armor, which is worthless on this map. And of course, got Arquebus, gives gunpowder units more accurate, which I believe it is ballistics. Oh, we got a militia rush being deployed on out, or it looked like just scouts stabbing each other. Happens all the time. I hate llamas. They just moan all the time. And let's go ahead and fast forward once again. Indecisive, camel and gunpowder civilization. Villagers cost less per age. It scales up. That is the scout going down. Camel riders attack 20% faster. Gunpowder shooters get +1/+1 armor. And can build interference with some pure age, which is not going to be useful since it's 1v1. Golum's get his unique units infantry unit, and the Imperial Camel Rider can an extra upgrade for the Camel Rider, 1 pass heavy. Unique Texas Grand Trunk Road, all gold income is 10% faster, and Shatagani gives hand cannoneers +2 range. Dukas got a blue militia rush now advancing. Scouts alive. Red has deployed out barracks here, but no militia at the moment. Got the feudal age for red as well. Blue has red's already got feudal age. Blue has just got feudal age. We'll likely see man at arm upgrades relatively shortly. Dukas, of course, got a pair of scouts. Man-at-arms pushing their way forward, trying to get some hits there onto the palisade walls. They are successful at getting hits on the palisade wall. This villager will take time to repair up the palisade wall. And this scout is almost dead, 3 health. Red does have a slight advantage with the villager count, very nice. And over here, we've got the two scouts now harassing these various forces. We've got an archer and a spearman here. And those scouts may find some villagers. Speaking of the finding villagers, Red's villager is still repairing up the palisade wall, keeping him back. Now we've got the scouts now engaging this villager there, getting some good hits there. Scout finds some arrows there from Townsender, and the villager does find a shank. Palisade wall under siege once again, does get healed up to 100%, which does stop the villager from repairing it up. Now we got the Jaguar, getting some hits there on that archer. Actually, a good number of hits. So that archer's down half health thanks to that Jaguar. And now the scout is down from those skirmishers. Apparently it takes like 3 spears to kill the horse that's almost dead. All the blood was already on the outside. Now the organ says as well. Spearmen's falling back, avoiding this fire. Let's get some hits there onto the spearmen. The man-arms can just turn around and start to try to slash them up a bit. These red scouts doing also problematic. And these skirmishers are going to be backing away from the man-arms now, since they, and of course the man-arms do fall back, getting too close to town center for their liking. Scouts over here. We do also got these scouts advancing as well. Also got 4 scouts eyeing to apply some aggression onto blue. Archer does find some hits there. There's 2 archers right there and 3 man-at-arms and 1 spearman. This skirmisher does find the archers there, but rolls and misses. Does receive a hit there. Multiple hits coming on by red skirmisher now. Good hit there on the spearman, taking him out. And nice volley of arrows there as well. Not really microing this area group all too well. Get some kills there, or get a kill there. Spearman can be eyeing from this other man-arms as well. Does not get the kill there, going for the spearman. Does take out that man-arms now. And over here the scouts are applying some aggression. I'm not sure how many villagers he's taken out. Blue has less villagers than red. Kills definitely tell me how many villagers actually gone down. Blue is behind in villagers, to say the least. More walls going on down for red. And these villagers, archers both find some hits there on these villagers. As was an opening there, kills off 1 villager, so that does help even the field for blue. Gets another villager as well. These archers do actually manage to escape the ire of these skirmishers. They do get spotted now, and now they're being pursued. Now receiving some deadly hits there as well. They're not dodging whatsoever. 2 of them now got down half health. These scouts trying to push their way forward as well. Blue is about to wall off the rest of that region. And now the way is closed for red. Down south, we've got these villagers being trapped into a corner. There's no way to escape over there, and there goes those archers. Scouts still patrolling around, trying to find an opening there. I'm going to fast forward for the time being. And looks like they're just going to patrol around. They do fully withdraw now. No opening right there. Pretty close to it. They've already getting. There's soon they're going to be opening right there with this tree going on down. We've got some walls being destroyed there. And red's going to be going ahead and start breaking down some of these palisade walls. Council Age is almost complete for red. Blues almost is a good chunk along the way as well. The house being built now to wall up the palisade. Now red is advancing with a whole bunch of skirmishers, trying to get some hits there onto the builder. spearmen's going to circle around. There's a lot of skirmishers here, but we've got a lot of spearmen. But spearmen, oh, skirmishers do a little bit extra damage versus spearmen.
Oh, super cool.
And the spearmen do not find a hit there any of those scouts. Both players are now at Castle Age. Though right now, both of them have both trash armies. No gold left on either army. Or invested in either army, standing for me. The spearmen are... Oh, I'm starting to lose my voice. Definitely going to be my last game cast tonight. I maybe was a little bit too loud earlier today. We do got some of these elite skirmisher upgrade now. Getting some hits there onto these spearmen. And throwing some spears into the villagers across the wall. Got a counter aggression here. It is a full wave of crossbowmen. 9 crossbowmen make their advance. They've got an archer range there. He's trying to perhaps wall in that last bit there. No, he's not. We got some knights being pulled out by blue as well for defense. So it looks like if red's force won't stick around for all too much longer. Elite skirmishers are nice, but against crossbowmen knights, that's a lot less impactful. More just skirmishers being played out by red as well. Useful against the crossbowmen if they get in large enough numbers. Good hits there on the crossbowmen now. 3 crossbowmen goes down for 1 skirmisher. Very good engagement for red. And now we got the knights receiving quite a bit of fire. Or they're dealing a lot of damage there to the skirmishers. Now we got some camels. Camels, of course, an anti-cavalry unit, but they're not very good versus spears. Bloodlines being researched by red now, which will be useful for the camels. Which will keep them, what, it was a plus 20 health or plus 20%? I suppose that's the same thing when the health is 100. Knights are advancing forward. Receiving a lot of hits there from the camels, but we've got crossbowmen here. Camels have no armor at the moment, so the crossbowmen will do some great damage to them. Skirmishers are going to get overwhelmed by the knights. And the crossbowmen could throw some extra hits in as well. They have 7 range. Skirmishers have 7 range, so they have equal range. But then now the camel rider is going to go down. Does get inside the garrison. Blue's in a good position right now. Has a very valuable force here. Well, red still has a bit of a trash force. Sure, camels are nice and all, but not enough in this case. Does pull out a monastery here. Getting some monks here to help convert some of these knights wouldn't be half bad. Now skirmishers trying to go for those crossbowmen. Camels getting some good hits, dodges there. And now knights are cleaning up the skirmishers. Camels are getting some hits there on the knights. That wounded camel has not been cleaned up. Now it's finally got cleaned up as well. Fresh camels here. And Blue's going to withdraw. Lost a little bit too much force there, but got more reinforcements just streaming on in. Crossbowmen going on down. Knights skirmish are patrolling around. Blue take a lot of losses for the attack forward, but his army, Blue's army, is superior at the moment. Right now, red is just blowing out. Looks like it's 3 town centers and 1 camel. And over here, got wheelbarrow, monk, saw, and looks like 2 town centers for blue. Blue is severely behind in villager count. That is actually quite a bit of a problem. He needs to get that rectified as soon as possible. Scout will go ahead and come in for a nice scout. And stabs a stable. For some odd reason. Looks like this monk is going to be claiming some relics. Very, very good. This one, most of the relics are in a nice even X pattern. That is the most contestable one, and Blue's going to claim it immediately. There's 2 safe ones here, and 2 safe ones here for red as well. Blue does not know about either of these relics. Red knows about these 2, but not this one, nor this one. Got another town center being pulled out by red. That'll give him an extra build queue of villagers, getting him very far ahead, while blue done a good job of being on the aggression and does have a monk here for healing. Very, very nice. Even healing up like 2 or 3 of these knights will give him his gold value worth from the monk. So getting these guys top up health is very important. Try to go for some conversions down the camels. Didn't get any. One of the monks do go down there as well. Knight's going to be charging forward. Does get one of the kills there onto the skirmishers. Does claim a camel for himself. And looks like the monk will stay alive. And the skirmishers just charge forward to draw fire to allow his camels to escape. Blue's camel needs to fall back away from red's camels. Losing it sounds like a great idea. Oh, that's a lot of villagers pushing away for as well. Blue does not have enough stone for a castle, unless there's already one deployed on the field. You just need to get close and actually lay down the scaffolding. Yep, that's what happened. Blue's going for a forward castle now. Does throw out some walls there and form housing. Very, very nice. Skirmishers could start hitting these villagers. You can stop building those houses now, get them building the castle. And if the camels are hitting the villagers, the knights get some hits there on the camels. It's not a good position for the camels, that's for sure. The castle likely will go up. Crossbowmen getting some greatness there on the camels. Camels do have their 2 pierce armor now. It's going to be a bit of an equal trade for knights and camels. And the forward castle does go on up. Those are the villagers immediately inside the castle as well. Perhaps keep the crossbow inside, just get extra arrows going. And we'll go ahead and start building a mine camp there, start playing the forward gold. It's now going to be forward gold for him. Nice, going to try to break through this stable now. And now we just got a fresh organ gun. Organ guns, they do a lot of damage. They should be effective versus skirmishers. Camels will still pose a threat to them, but he does have good escort, various escorts. Now we've got multiple organ guns now to put out on the field. And depending how choky this gets, it'll be good for the crossbowmen and for the organ guns. Multiple of these houses start going on down. A lot of these forces start getting some more. I suppose more choke point wouldn't be bad for blue, unless he wants the knights to charge forward a little bit better. Let's switch over to red. Let's see what his published queue is like. Actually, destroying these houses is now at pop cap thanks to destroying these houses. So destroying those houses was actually somewhat important. It was easy enough to get those replaced. Forward barracks is being pulled out very, very well. We got some Imperial Raids being researched by red as well. And you've got a massive villager here lead by red. Blue could pass the pull out forward town center to help out these forces. And down south, we've got a jaguar trying to eat some villagers. And red will soon be at pop cap again. Making another house like that. Now he's at pop cap. The knights are going to be charging on forward as well. Got a lot of organ guns right here. Organ guns cannot be healed by monks. These are good hits there. Probably going to need red's going to get Imperial HP before blue. Blue's going a bit. No, blue's actually going to get Imperial HP before his opponent. We've got another forward castle being put out. There's going to be a lot of forward emplacements. Red does have enough stone for a castle. Going for a castle to get out of Trebuchet wouldn't be half bad. And it looks like maybe they paused the game at the moment. Red's now advanced to Pure Age. Blue has as well some Pure Age supply time is quite similar. Castle, defensive castle being deployed on out is very, very needed. Blue's going for a pair of trebuchets. Red, of course, doesn't have a castle up, can't go his own trebuchet, but he's getting out chemistry, which will allow him to pull out bombards. Can he get bombards? Yes, he can get bombards. He can also get out some siege elephants. Trebuchet on the way. 2 trebuchets for blue already out in the field. A good number of these organ guns. Let's see, can we see the special technology for blue? Blue for halberdiers at least. Which is good, helping ward away against the Imperial camels. Castle not under siege. Red does pull out his own trebuchet. He may need to go for the opponent's trebuchets first. He also need to get out some bombards at current rate. Yep, he's gonna bombard out as well as Bracer. Those roll miss down the trebuchet. Trebuchet wars are very miss and miss. Not really hit or miss. Mostly just miss. And the castle is down. Blue's going to make his advance with some of these organ guns, trying to get some hits there onto these skirmishers. Getting a lot of splash damage, or scatter damage. We also got a monk here healing up some of these skirmishers as well. Camels may be starting to make their advance. We got crossbowing support as well. We got 3 trebuchets for blue, trying to siege down some of these structures. Getting a lot of infrastructure here. They stopped the ring archer armor. Red's trying to push forward with a bombard cannon towards the trebuchets, but so far may not be able to get it. Will get a direct hit there on the organ gun. It does leave a 5 health, however. Monk does get taken out by the crossbowman. Monster is still under siege. And now the town center is down to 12 health. Now even crossbow can quickly take that out, but the last rock will connect, taking out that town center. Red still has a good number of villagers, 150. That's probably a little bit too many. So he's actually at pop cap right now. So that's a bigger problem at the moment. We've got now 4 bombards now on the field, trying to get the hits on these organ guns. Let's get 1 kill there. We do got a good number of halberdiers in the field who are vulnerable to skirmishers. But they're a good front line to the heavy camel rider. He's going for Imperial Camel research now. Heavy camels can be falling back, trying to avoid the knights and the halberdiers. Organ guns are making their advance. We've got 2 trebuchets here. The third one does actually get taken out by the bombards. Red's now going to push forward towards the castle. We got now University and another castle being deployed on out. So Blue's going for a very large proxy force here. Blue only has 94 villagers. I don't think it's a Federita. He could potentially pull out Federita for resource generation if he doesn't want to max out his villagers. The castle does go down there. The castle has quite a bit of fire right there. We've got a lot of trash shooters here, but we've got a good number of bombards. 5 bombards. Let's take out the trebuchet there as well. Trying to repair up this trebuchet or castle. Got a good number of archer rangers being put out. Hopefully it's going for some hand cannoneers help engage these forces. We've got cavaliers now being researched by blue. Maybe he doesn't have a whole lot of knights to warrant that. Maybe he's going to try to go for some more knights. More villagers charging on forward as well, trying to repair up the castles. Looks like the Organ Guns getting some decent hits there on the Imperial Camel Riders. He does have the Imperial Camel Rider up for research. And he's going to start repairing up this castle now. He's using a lot of villagers to get it repaired up. Imperial Camel's now charging forward, trying to overrun these Organ Guns. He may be able to get them. More cannons raining on in. Does take out that castle. Got another castle back here, defensive castle. Yeah, Red does have a good force here. I had a couple monks when it hurt help get this health topped off. I hear some healing effects. I'm not exactly sure from who it's from. I think it's Blue's monks. Both sides has claimed one relic right now. The other 3 relics are still on the field. One of Blue's trebuchets have gone down. The other one is likely next. It has gone down as well. Going for a lot of archer ranges here, not for any hand cannoneers. He does have, of course, the ability to get extra range hand cannoneers. Good there on this castle. The university may be on a siege. I'm not sure what's technology's left there. Wait, how do you get a house? Okay, there's a house there. I saw the walls, but not the house. And that castle will go down as well. Got multiple houses being pointed out, which will slow down his opponent. Though not for long before those bombard cannons. We got a good number of cavaliers now deployed on the field. Do we have potential paladin research? No, paladins cannot be researched. We now have a forward or defensive castle being deployed out by Red, aggressive defensive castle. Got a good number of skirmishers here as well, and now this is a good force by Red. If he can counter the halberdiers with the skirmishers, and the Imperial Riders can deal with the cavaliers. Bombard cannons are firing away into the group, so getting some damage in. They're a little bit missed. And looks like the Cavaliers will overrun those skirmishers. Very, very good. Looks like this poor pushing by Red as the Imperial Riders now receiving hits by the halberdiers. The Imperial Camels are getting hit significantly. We got more and more stables being put up by Red. And also these Cavaliers trying to go for those bombard cannons. They're getting a couple of them. But these ones are going to be forced back by the Imperial Camels. And has Blue backed out of the game? I don't know why. This screen always lags off my game quite a bit. Probably because all the interactable sparks. And it looks like Blue actually backed out of the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching. And on the next replay. Oh yeah, that was actually my last replay for tonight. Everyone, have a good evening and get some good rest.